The NBA tipped off last night, and boy, oh boy, was it a hell of a night. We had a double overtime thriller, OKC versus the Rockets. That was a hell of a game. Sengun put on a crazy performance. KD, Shea got it going later in the game. Chet Holmgren came out firing, and then you had Luka Doncic put on nothing less than a spectacular masterclass versus Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. But, you know, the Warriors are the Warriors, and they looked very good last night. And there were also some good, surprising performances from some players that we didn't really expect to ball out like that. Fellas, talk to me about last night. We're going to start with the OKC, and we're going to start with the Rockets. How do we feel about this game? And once again, the show is brought to you by none other than Splash Sports.
I'm still standing on what I said. I can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. I still think Houston got their point guard. I do. I know that the long ball line is something that you guys weren't really feeling very much, but I think Houston got their point guard. I think he shot it with confidence. It just didn't go in last night. I think he shot the mid-range with confidence. That actually went in. I like the fact that he was getting to the rim. He made a pass. He went to the rim last night and dropped the ball off to Clint Capella, and it just went right through his hands and went right out of bounds. That was a turnover. I don't think that was on him. I thought he played really good defense as well as he could on Shea, as he possibly could. I still stand on the logic that the best way to slow down the scorer is to keep the ball away from him. And I thought Lou Dort did a great job. And when KD got off the peel, he didn't let him get the ball back. People say that KD was lackadaisical. No, he wasn't. I just thought Lou Dort did a great job in just getting the ball away from him. But I'm still standing on the guys. I think that Amen Thompson is your lead guard of the future. I think that he's a guy that I think he's going to get better. I think that the shot's going to get better. And I like it. I like what they're doing. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not sure if I can handle double overtime every night, though. I'm getting too old for this. This might be a little bit too old for me. So,
all right, shit out. And I was right up my alley. Hey, I was hoping for triple overtime.
I was like, yo, man, I don't know if I can handle this. I'm here, though. I'm here for it, though. But I don't know if I can handle it.
Mars, thoughts on the Rockets and thoughts on Oklahoma City and the game as a whole?
I want to start by praising Cason Wallace. I think Cason Wallace was amazing last night. In a game where no one really had anything going offensively, his ability to force turnovers, get into passing lanes, make every pass difficult was a breath of fresh air for this OKC team that was struggling in the half court. Chet looked amazing, particularly in the first half. Just getting to sweet spots in the middle of the court. Still has like the same counter when he gets cut off, which is the spin, but more under control. So you take the little positives. Obviously him going, I think he started the game 7 for 7 or something. Definitely don't foresee that being a consistent theme, but seeing him come out with that level of aggressiveness, especially when they were guarding Shea with the level of aggressiveness they were guarding him, seeing Chet be able to pick up the slack, especially in that first half, was very valuable. AJ Mitchell, really like AJ Mitchell. Think he gives a nice little punch off the bench. I liked him last year. Obviously, he got hurt. Only played like half his rookie year, but I think he's going to be a nice contributor for them overall this season. Lou Dort was attached to KD closer than KD's jersey was. And I wouldn't be surprised if that took some of his legs out of him offensively, because offensively it wasn't great for him, but defensively he provides an immense value the whole night, just chasing KD around, not giving up switches unless it was like Alex Caruso, or there was like 4 seconds on the clock and you can afford a switch. KD's life was made immensely difficult by Lou Dort, and the fact that, like I said, no one on this team can throw an entry pass with any sort of consistency. Amen Thompson had 11 turnovers, so that's problematic. Reed Shepherd was trash. That's problematic. But I'm not going to evaluate this whole Houston team based on how they perform against the OKC
best defense in the league.
Yeah,
possibly.
Because OKC's defense is not a defense you're going to see every night. You're not going to see every week. You might see a defense of this caliber 10 times during the season. So I think the concerns were real, and I think OKC exposed the concerns, especially if you look at it through a playoff lens. But regular season, Houston are going to be more than 5. They stayed competitive in a game. In fact, they probably should have won the game, but then they should have lost the game at the end of overtime because Kevin Durant absolutely called a timeout. Jabari Smith absolutely called a timeout.
That's attack.
Absolutely called a timeout. They absolutely did. But they got away with it, and then they lost in second overtime. I like the big lineup. I think it has advantages. It obviously has disadvantages, such as playmaking, passing. But I think Houston are going to be fine in the regular season. I think they're going to be a perfectly good team. Playoffs, we'll see what happens. But regular season, I think they'll be fine.
Pembroke.
What up,
Pembroke?
You
were on playback watching this game with me.
Yes,
You had a lot of fascinating points last night. I'm sure the people would love to hear them today.
My fascinating point was OKC was going to win this game. Look, man, when the score is like this, it's very easy to seduce yourself into thinking it was a much closer game than it really was. Shea was sort of feeling it out. Okay, let's just be real here.
What are you watching?
He went into double overtime.
No, I want to hear the elaboration because apparently that game wasn't close. So maybe my eyes deceived me. So let me know.
6 for 26 on open catch and shoot threes.
Oh my God! Okay.
You expect that to happen on a nightly basis? Look, man, we have all seen OKC struggle to hit threes. We have all seen Lou Dort clank, clank, clank. We've seen it. Okay, we have seen those games, and typically OKC does not win those games. You saw it in the playoffs when their offense is rolling and their defense, is going because their defense is the consistent. That's the base, right? Their defense always going to be like that. I thought Shea was really good. I thought their backline rotations were great. I loved how Lou Dort really pressured into Kevin Durant. I think he really took out his legs from underneath him. And, KD, I think, ended up with 23 points. I think Sengun had an incredible game in terms of like shot making, right? But some of the process early was horrible. They sped him up. I don't know at some point if the league is going to start calling that carry, because that is crazy. Like, I understand we in the NBA.
You talking about when he's on the box? You talking about when he's on the box or when he's on the he's in the mid-post and he's backing
there are
guys
times
down?
when this guy put the ball behind his back, got it hung on his jersey, and still continued to dribble. There are times when his hand is literally underneath the basketball. If you're going to give a big play, if you're going to give a big dribbler like this that type of leeway on carries, I mean, shit, no one could really stop him, right? So, I mean, I'm impressed with Sengun. I think he had probably a night like, I don't know if he's going to repeat this. Okay. And Shea was very quiet. They blitzed him all night and they forced the shooters, and the shooters missed. Shout out to AJ Mitchell. He hit his shots 3 for 6 from 3, but Lou Dort was cold. Right. And I just don't think you're going to get shooting nights like this every night. You might get 10, 12 shooting nights like this out of OKC. And I don't think it's just the defense. I don't think it's just, I thought they were slow. You know what I mean? And if you're always back in, like, if you miss so many shots, I think for the most of the night, OKC was shooting 21% from 3. Most of the night. I'm not kidding. Like, from the second quarter all the way till about the fourth quarter, I looked at it. 21%. That's 16% below league average. If any one of those shots had hit, they would still have shot uncharacteristically horribly from 3. And they got the most open threes I've ever seen them get. I've never, well, I'm not saying never, but I haven't seen a team blitz Shea like 40 feet from the basket, double him like this, get the ball out of his hands. They're slow. Like, you have all these advantages with the offensive rebounding and the size and the screening and all that stuff, but you're slow. Number one, you're slow. Number two, you got KD there. I think KD did a good job, but between Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun, like, I feel like they can get exposed against better teams, against terrible teams, so they're going to kill them. How much better are they than the defending NBA champions? That's number one, Penn. Number two, I thought Sengun did a great job. How much better?
Yeah, how much better are teams than the defending NBA champions? I mean,
well,
the
team that you said would not lose in the playoffs.
That's number
nobody.
Hold on. Hang on. Number one, the defending NBA champions without their second best player. 1. Number 2, the defending champions on banner night. which historically banner night is like a weird emotional moment. You get your rings, you see the banner. There's always like a cool off period. I would guarantee you Shea was just like processing a different world in that first half. But that second half, can't stop him. Couldn't stop him. Nothing they did could stop Shea in the second half. And I thought Kevin Durant was horrible down the stretch. Horrible. Like, honestly,
that wasn't
go
just,
to the bench.
That wasn't because of him. Like we got to give Lou Dort credit for what he did. Like KD would get off the ball.
He dribbled the ball off his foot.
That wasn't because of him. So who was it because of?
He's saying give credit to the defense. That's what.
So Lou Dort told him to call a timeout.
Absolutely, give credit to the Oklahoma City defense.
And so, right, but I can't So I can credit the defense, but I can't discredit the offense.
Chill.
I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of both. I think OKC played amazing defense and countered the weaknesses that KD has as a player and the weaknesses that the Houston roster has. Both things that I think most people had acknowledged before they'd even tipped off.
Chill.
The Houston Rockets offense for sure, Mars. I will give you that. They took advantage of Amin. They took advantage of Reed. They took advantage of Alperen Sengun wanting to run point guard. But I'm not giving them credit for Kevin Durant running up the court and going straight to the corner, putting his hands on his knees and just standing there. I'm not. KD, you got to be aggressive. KD,
right, Ron.
You are KD. No, I don't want to hear no Ron. We not letting KD off the hook today. I don't know. Hey, I didn't even. This wasn't even my agenda today. But we're not gonna do this. I promise you. One thing we're not gonna do. I'm trying. Hey, the best scorer of all time. This, and this. And I don't want to hear 37 years old because LeBron is pushing 50 and he wouldn't have went out like that. Steph Curry is pushing 37 too, and he was being aggressive. No, chill. He was not being aggressive. I'm not chill. I'm not. Do we need to go back and rewatch this? Because we can end this stream. We can go to playback right now.
Ron,
real talk, and we can fire it up in your room too. He was not being aggressive.
Ron,
what are you talking about? Sitting there watching Reed Shepard dribble, Amin Thompson dribble, Alperen Sengun with Alex Caruso on him dribble. I don't want to hear that because everybody else out there was getting pressured. He was running from the ball. No, Ron is right. Chill.
No, he isn't. Let me tell you why he's not right.
Hold on, wait. Chill. Before I'm gonna let you go. I just want to ask everybody one question. Pin, was KD being aggressive?
No.
Just yes or no. Mars, was KD being aggressive? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Ox, was KD being aggressive? Yes or no?
At times, yeah, he was being very aggressive.
So Chill with Chill's the only ones that think he was being aggressive.
I like that at times.
No, I'm not. Ron, because hold on. You asked me a question. I want to answer the question. I think at times he was being very aggressive. I think that you're 100% right that towards the end of the game, it was kind of like, where's KD? But to Chill's point, there's a reason for that. It's because, and you know this, when a guy is laying on you all game, hitting you, putting there, he was. I think KD was whooped, bro. I just don't think KD had anything left in the tank.
No, but Ron don't want to hear that though, Ox.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Y'all don't gotta want to hear it. Okay, y'all don't gotta want to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I saw Lou Dort hitting KD. I seen Lou Dort guarding KD like the Celtics was guarding KD when they swept him in 22. You know what I mean? And we know that's how you gotta guard KD if you want to get to him. You got to get under him. Like I said yesterday, they got a whole bunch of tall, skinny brothers over there. KD can't really handle that anymore, I don't think. Especially on opening night, first game of the season. Lou Dort is super physical. Like Lou, we all know Lou Dort is one of the most physical perimeter.
And this team don't got a chance.
And so Ron, I agree with you, Ron. I think KD was nowhere to be found. I'm looking around like, where are you? But there's a reason for that. And Lou Dort did his job, bro. Lou Dort did his job. KD wasn't nowhere to be found towards the end of that game.
Well,
y'all gonna be mad at me, but then I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the KD shit. Then I don't want to hear it. Y'all gonna be mad at me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
What's the KD?
I don't want to hear all the hooting and hollering about him being one of the best scorers and all of that.
But he is though. He is though.
But this is mental. Chill. Hold on.
He is.
I knew he was going to do this after game one.
No, that's not the agenda that I'm trying to push. But the point I'm trying to make is
because you're not going to do that with Luka, who went for 40.
So why was Sengun getting off then? With Alex Caruso?
What we doing with Luka? Because he went for 40 last night. Why would we?
Why was Sengun getting off? He had Alex Caruso all in his jock strap.
hang on, chill.
Well, number
You
one-
know the game is
You mean
mental,
a
right?
mean-
I'm pretty sure
You
Dune is stronger
played
than-
and you watched this game long enough to know that this game is
Yep,
mental.
you take some notes.
And it does come down to
Ah,
is your star dialed in towards the end of the game, right? So here's the thing, chill. I got
see
questions
what
for
happened
you.
when you get
Number
big?
one,
It's
yo,
balls, you know what I'm saying?
can y'all stop having a separate conversation? We having a
Oh my goodness.
A1
Ben,
conversation.
just talk,
Relax.
bro. God,
As you were
Go-
saying,
go
Penn,
ahead,
as you
Penn,
were
go
saying,
ahead,
Penn,
Carry on, Pan.
as you
Carry
were
on.
saying, Penn,
Hey, Ron, so you can ask me about the game last night.
because
Jesus
I haven't
Christ.
even talked to you, by the way. But go ahead,
as
Ben.
you were saying, Penn, as you were saying, Penn, you were about to make a point about Alfred Sengun. As you were saying, Penn.
So I got questions for you. Number one, you said Lou Dort created all of this, right? So I got questions for you.
I didn't
Did
say
Lou
he created
Dort-
all of it. I said he contributed to it. But
He
go ahead.
contributed to it. Okay. Did Lou Dort force KD to dribble the ball off his foot?
I think I think him previous plays contributed to that. Yes.
Okay. So
Pressure does.
he was getting in his head a little bit. Okay. Did Lou Dort force KD to miss several clutch free throws?
That free throw at the end, I don't think that had anything to do with Lou
Mm.
Dort. No.
Did Lou Dort force KD to call a timeout when he knew and should have known as a, I don't know, 16, 17-year
Okay.
veteran that
What-
he didn't have a timeout? Like you are a 37-year-old.
That timeout was inconsequential. Like,
That timeout could have cost him the game, Ox, and
It
it
should have
frankly
cost him the
should
game,
have
actually.
cost him
It
the
should
game.
have, but it didn't.
And
I've
imagine
seen
losing
Simmons references.
on opening night in OT because your 37-year-old
you
max
would
player
have to
didn't
imagine
know
because
that they didn't have a timeout. Yo,
all he did was
oh
talk
my
about
God.
the-
Wait a minute, though, Ken.
We fried 20-year-old Chris Webber for this shit for
But it-
20
because
years.
Chris Webber's actually
It
cost
affected
them
the
the game.
game.
This was an inconsequential attempt to call a timeout. Let's not.
So
y'all-
when you
let's not-
travel,
let's not
when
die
you
on this.
travel with the
KD
game
called
on the
a timeout.
line, if you travel with the game on the line and the refs don't call it, you could have almost cost your team a time. You could have
Okay,
cost your team the
coulda,
game.
shoulda,
Coulda,
woulda.
shoulda,
Them
woulda.
not calling it or calling it doesn't matter to me. The fact
It
you
does
called
matter.
it is a
It
big
does
deal
matter.
to me.
That's the effect if they call it.
Okay.
They didn't
I
call
think
the
you guys are.
timeout.
I think you guys are purposely being obtuse at this point.
No,
For real.
No, but it's like
What he's saying is
Yes,
KD
no, I'm with
had a
him that
brain
KD
fart at the end
definitely-
of the game,
definitely
which
was
is a
bad
problem.
at
And
the
you guys are
end.
saying,
I understand
well, it didn't
that,
actually
Mark.
affect
It's
the
not-
outcome,
it's
which is
not-
true.
it's not-
Factually, it didn't. But that still
Okay.
doesn't change that it was problematic.
right? No, it does change that, Mars. It's not me being
disagree
obtuse.
with
It's me being realistic. It's me being realistic. There's a whole bunch of things that happened last night that didn't get called, and I'm not going to sit back. Just like I said with the Detroit versus New York thing last year, I'm going to stand on the same thing right now. If we can go through that whole game and find 15 things, 100 things that didn't get called, I'm not going to worry about that. That was an unconsequential mistake that KD made, and Jabari Smith tried to call a timeout too. So I'm not going to sit here like, oh well, he called a timeout and it could have cost you the game. A whole bunch
called
of
it
shit
first?
happened last night that could have cost him the game.
They both
called
called
it
it at the
first?
same time. They
Yeah,
it
but the
looked like
point
they
is,
both called it at the
KD
same
made a
called it
mistake
first.
down the stretch. That's the point. KD made a
I
mistake.
understand that.
KD
I
was bad
understand
down
that.
the
That's
stretch.
Penn's point.
Down
That's
the
Penn's
stretch
point.
of
That's
the
it.
Okay,
And
chill. Final
he
question.
was-
Did
I
Lou
understand
Dort
what
force
the point
KD to
is,
foul
Ron, am I
foul
going to
Shea on the
be able
game-winning
to go
basket?
for a pin talks for another third time?
As you were saying, Penn.
He's
Because he
asking
wasn't
his last
finished.
question.
Yeah,
I'm asking
time,
my
Penn.
last
Penn.
question. Real
One more
talk.
time,
I
Penn.
understand you and your feelings, but chill, man.
Oh
It's
my
too
God.
early for this
I'm
shit.
the one in,
So,
in the feelings.
No, you
Okay.
definitely are. So my final question to you
Okay.
is: Did Lou Dort force Kevin Durant to foul Shea on that jump shot? Did he force him to get super handsy with him, get super aggressive, and bite on that pump fake?
See, Penn,
Yeah.
then no, he didn't. But I think that,
Okay, cool.
But wait a minute, though, Penn. I think what you're leaving out is something very important. You're leaving out the fact that SGA 3 straight trips from that spot scored the basketball. Not once, 3 straight trips. His game at the mid-range last night was great. I got KD on me, and I'm trying to get to this specific spot. KD is not KD, not a Min Thompson. Scottie Pippen is biting on that fake. Just so
he
we clear.
picked up his dribble. You
No.
ain't have to go into
No.
it.
Chill.
With the amount of space
KD
they
trusted
created,
his
Once
length.
once he picked up
KD
his
had
dribble, you gotta
success.
trust your 7'5" wingsman. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie to
After he
you.
picked
He
his
not- he
dribble
not
up,
jump
how much
Yes,
space was
after he
created
picks
at that
after he
point?
picks his dribble up,
Step
you know who
back.
Shea is.
Put
You
your
know
foot
he's
up.
gonna up fake. He gonna pivot. He gonna try and get you to jump into him.
But we're at
KD
the end of the
fell into
game,
his
though,
trap.
Mars. It's not like
KD
it's not
fell
like we're
into
in the
his
middle of
trap.
the
You gotta
game.
trust your ability to contest, not foul the guy.
Right.
That's the
but
worst
with that
decision
being-
you could have made.
That's
With that being
fouling
said-
the
And if
jump-
anybody, KD knows that. With him being the
But
scorer that he
exactly, the
is.
clock
Because
was-
KD would do the
clock was-
same shit.
The clock was running out. That's number one. The clock was running out, so I didn't have a lot of time. So it was an instinctual play. So I'm not looking at SGA as an offensive player and going, I'm just going to stay down because it's a shot clock violation. No, it's a game clock. So if he shoots this and gets this off and it goes in, game's over. So
if
I got
you
to
foul him, game's really over.
But on top of that, what the point that I think that we're really missing is that he made, I think, 3 straight from that spot previous to that. So I have to.
Yeah, when he had a live dribble, not when he'd already picked up his dribble.
But the space that he created at that point when he picked his dribble up,
He
to
didn't
shoot.
have space.
That was the idea. When he stepped back on KD, he picked his dribble up because KD
I could
is so
rewatch
tall.
the play. He didn't have space. That's why he started pivoting for his life.
The reason why it didn't look like he had space because KD makes up so much space because KD's so long.
Exactly why he shouldn't have
But
jumped.
That's my point. That's why you don't need to close the area.
That's exactly why
He didn't have space. There's a reason Shade, when he snatched back, he didn't shoot because he didn't have space. And then KD closed the space even more, knowing Shea is a master of, OKC fans, foul baiting. If Shea doesn't have a dribble, you know he's going to pivot and maneuver and up fake his way into drawing contact. And KD walked into the lair and fell victim to the trap we all knew was being placed.
But KD
and I think KD would agree with that. KD would say it was a stupid foul on his behalf.
Yeah,
because KD knows how to hold himself accountable. So
did you leave Clutch Sports?
Let's
did you leave Clutch Sports? Are you now signed with
KD would agree it was
KD's
a bad
I never
foul.
was down with Clutch Sports. That's
Let
number
me-
one.
let me-
Number two,
Chill. KD did not have a good game last night. Can you at least agree with that?
I did not say that he did, but there was mitigating factors of why he didn't have a good game last night.
Right.
Let's just not make it sound like KD wasn't good just because it's KD. No, and that's what you're trying to sell me, Ron. You're trying to tell me that KD wasn't good just because it was KD.
But what does that matter?
It had nothing to do with
I think why people
what does
play
that matter?
bad matters. I think why people play bad matters.
It matters, and that's why I want to answer.
But I expect the good defense to try to play good defense on KD. Like we knew going. So chill. And Ox, real talk. I just want to ask you one more question. I just want to ask you one more question. We know what OKC's defense is. I'm pretty sure everybody knew going into the game that Lu Dort was going to guard KD. If I would have told you guys yesterday, okay, Lu Dort's guarding KD, I expect him to have 23 points, would you have been like, yeah, that's a good night for KD against OKC's defense?
But no one's saying he played well. But what I did say last night, you can check the footage, if any team has the personnel to guard KD, it's OKC. And we've seen this concept of smaller, stockier guards, wings getting under KD, like Tony Allen. That was the whole formula. Like, if you're going to get under KD, like KD, especially at this point, because he's worse than he was 10 years ago, KD has 2 or 3 major weaknesses that I think affect his scoring. His handle is not the most functional anymore. He doesn't have elite burst to create separation away from the ball. And he has such a high center of gravity because of his height that if you are able to get up under him, you can disrupt his rhythm, disrupt his balance. Lu Dort checked all 3 boxes. When he's away from the ball, Lu Dort is arm barring him, making sure that KD can't create separation through screens. He's staying attached through every screen. KD doesn't have the burst to then reverse that and get back door like he used to back in the day. So he's having to go over the top of the screens and hope to get the ball. Then when KD he's at the nail or he's at the elbow trying to call for the ball, Lu Dort is pushing him up the line. You see how many times KD parks himself at the elbow and doesn't catch the ball until he's outside the 3-point line. That's because of things that Lu Dort can exert physically that KD can't fend off. That's a weakness in KD's game, something that we've all been aware of, and Houston can't counter that by A, getting him the ball quick enough, or B, being able to get him the ball in advantageous positions. And then the lack of a handle. How many times did KD get the ball on the outside because he couldn't get the ball inside, and then he's trying to create downhill and he's having to turn his back because he can't navigate pressure? And there's no problem with having to turn your back to Ox's point, crab dribble, all of that great stuff. But the fact that he has to do that, that's negating ability to get paint touches. So because of all of those things in conjunction against the defense that forces turnovers like OKC, yes, KD didn't get many shots up. I'm not surprised. KD only took, what did he take? 16 shots?
16 shots.
I'm not that surprised. The second half, the lack of involvement from Kevin Durant was staggering from a Kevin Durant perspective and from the fact that I watched Mr. Reed Shepherd look that man off about 28 times. So add all of that together. Yeah, KD's not going to touch the ball that much. But I'm not surprised that OKC's defense were able to do this because if any defense can, it's OKC.
And can we?
I know, but I'm tired of hearing yes, OKC is a fantastic defense. It's an all-time great defense. That gives KD no excuse to run away from the basketball for an entire half of a game. And the first KD went, I think, 9 of 16 from the field, if I'm not mistaken. He shot 11 of those shots.
He missed like 4 threes. So.
He shot 11 of those shots in the first half.
Yeah,
meaning he shot 5 shots the remainder of a game that went to 2 overtimes. He was actively running away from the basketball in the second half. He wanted no parts of Lu Dort. And yes,
What-
is
now-
it because of the
now
reason?
was that
Is it
See, I don't
because-
agree with
is
I
it-
don't agree
I don't.
with that.
That's
I
what.
don't-
That's
I
what
know,
I'm
no,
real
no,
quick.
no,
Let's
no,
go-
no,
let's
no,
stay
no,
right
no,
there,
it's
real quick.
not-
Stay right there, real
it's
quick.
not-
It's not
agree with
if
that.
you agree with it. I really don't.
It is.
It
It is. You said he.
It's going to take.
It was
So
on
let's
the
talk about it.
screen. It was
So
on the
let's talk
screen.
about it, real talk.
I'm with you, real talk.
It was on the
Kevin
screen.
Durant-
How many times did
Kevin
KD
Durant
come off a
was
screen,
running
hands up,
away from
waiting
the
for the ball, so he didn't
basketball.
hide
That
from the
boy
ball? I
was
don't
running
agree.
for his life.
Yeah, we got one mic.
Kevin Durant was running to the
I
corner
don't
in the
agree.
second half. Kevin Durant, Sengun would inbound the ball to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant would pitch the ball back to Sengun to dribble it
Yes.
full court against Alex Caruso. And y'all sitting there talking about he not running away from the ball.
So wait a minute.
Kevin
No, because
Durant
what you
was
said,
running
what you
away-
said was KD hid in the corner. I don't agree with that. I don't agree
He
with
was hiding in the
Kevin
corner.
Durant was running
But-
away
but-
from
Because
the
every time
but you're
KD
leaving out-
went to the corner, because this is why I'm confused. Like, we all watch the same game and we all come to different conclusions. I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but the way that we're able to interpret the game is mind-boggling to me. Because I'm watching KD go to the corner because that's how they set up the action to get the down screen for KD to curl around. They did that multiple times. The issue is Lu Dort jammed that screen every time. But when KD's out there on the perimeter, I watched him call for the ball
Bro, you
from
fuck-
Tariq.
Yes, that is.
Cool.
Okay,
So then I don't agree with him running from the ball. He's actively coming to it.
Don't-
Wait
if
a
you
minute,
don't
wait a minute,
fight that,
wait.
Chill, if you don't
If they
fight
are
that,
okay, so
I
if
need
they
an
are
apology,
blowing up,
Chill.
if they're blowing up that action, that doesn't mean continue to do it. That means, hey, maybe you need to initiate with the ball. But he didn't want to do that either.
But
so
he
if
was
you-
doing
if you're
that
going
from-
to, if you're going to
Keep going,
run
my
away
fault,
from,
my fault.
you're going to not bring the ball up and ask your center to bring it up full court against Alex Caruso so you can come off a pin down from the corner, that your defender's also blowing that action up, then you need to come get the basketball. Stop asking Reed Shepherd, who's an NBA guard who is scared to dribble, out there terrified, by the way, to have the ball on the ground.
Real
Stop
talk, you said, wait, real
stop
talk, you said
asking
KD come get the ball
Reed
up high.
Shepherd to dribble the ball up. Go
He
get
wants
the ball.
KD to bring the ball up.
Okay,
If KD
so
can't
real
get the ball, he
talk,
wants him to
real talk.
initiate the
Listen,
offense.
Listen, this is what I'm trying to
And this
tell
is why
you.
the point guard issue is
And
major,
this
by
is
the
what
way.
I've been
Because
trying
this is what we're
to tell
talking
you.
about.
Hold
Ben
on, real
Thompson was
quick.
off the floor.
Chill.
at
And
that
then
point.
and then
But
you
go ahead.
you're saying like that's not a problem. Then y'all need to give me an apology right now because I told y'all this is what was going to happen. I
I'm
told
sorry,
you.
Big Ox.
I agree
with
this
Ox.
to y'all
I was
that
on
this
Ox's
is
side.
what was going
I'm
to
sorry,
happen.
y'all.
And y'all were so upset at me. Y'all were so upset because I told you that at the end of the game, I asked you, Chill. I asked you specifically, Chill. I said, when it's in the crunch time, meat and potatoes, what's going to happen when you can't get KD the ball because Reed Shepherd is incapable of doing it? Y'all told me, oh, it's no big deal. They got Kevin Durant. I know they got Kevin Durant. And personally, I don't think Kevin Durant had a bad game last night. I know y'all disagree, but I wasn't really. I don't think KD really played all that
Completely
bad.
leave out the fact that
I
Ben
think
Thompson
KD
was not
I
on the
think
floor
KD
for the
did
rest
what
of the game.
KD
So
did what
that
he was
primary
expected
ball
to
handler
do.
that they need
Hold on,
was not
hold
on
on, because KD did what he was expected
And Ben
to do.
Thompson
There
couldn't
was
get KD
plenty.
the
There
ball
was plenty
either,
of
so.
times I've seen KD catch the ball and go to work, get that great mid-range pull-up he got a couple times. Even went to the basket. I don't think KD played necessarily bad, but the fact that y'all think KD did lets me know how much pressure y'all are gonna put on Kevin Durant this season, and that's why I told you from the beginning that this is not gonna be what y'all think it's going to be. Reed Shepherd is not ready. I'm looking at Reed
That is
Shepherd
a
like,
fact.
no disrespect, Penn. When did Penn get on this team? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
No, I think Penn would know to look for Kevin Durant, to be fair. I think
right.
Penn would be
No,
aware.
that's why I
But-
said no disrespect.
But
Penn.
I wholeheartedly
No
agree with
disrespect.
Ox. And
Only
this is
Reed Shepherd.
this
one
goes back to the-
looking like
yeah.
up here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said
but
that.
I agree with you.
But Amin Thompson, you're killing us, Amin. Get off the long ball line.
But Ox, I told you he was going to lead the league in threes. It was just attempts, not makes. But I told you. I saw the vision.
What
I saw the
I'm
vision.
saying is
So
like,
when
what's going on here? What's
Yeah, so
go
in a
ahead,
couple
Chill,
of
go ahead, Chill.
Hold up,
couple
Chill.
of weeks-
Just a second, Chill, because I don't want you to get into your spiel and then you can't really fully get it off. But everybody that's in here, make sure you hit that like button. And I need a call. This is a call to action for everybody. We almost have our NBA Player Survivor contest on Splash Sports filled up. There is limited spots left, but I need you guys to do Player's Choice a favor. I need you guys to do the panel a favor. If you guys like the show, which you're in here watching it, then what I need you guys to do is either scan this QR code or click the link in the bio and go join this contest. Go fill it up, y'all. I need this filled up by the end of the episode. The contest will start today at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And here's really what the challenge is. You will choose a player each and every night to score more than 20 points. So if you picked Shea last night, if you picked Sengun last night, if you picked Luka Doncic last night, if you picked KD, I know you were scared for a long time, but if you picked KD, they all would have hit because they went over 20 points. However, let's say you would have picked Jabari Smith Jr. or Min Thompson. You would be out of the contest because they failed to score 20 points. That's what it is. The person that picks the most players for the most consecutive nights to score over 20 points will eventually win the contest. The last person standing gets $2,500 big bucks. So you guys go join the contest right here, right now. Once again, it will start at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. I can't wait to see who's the winner at the end of the day. I can't wait to see who's the losers at the end of the day. And ultimately, I can't wait to come up here each and every day and see how many people we still have remaining in the contest. All right, y'all. Go do your thing. Fellas, we are going to change pages. We'll come back to that game, but we do have another game that happened last night between the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Luka Doncic did Luka Doncic things, but so did Jimmy Butler, and so did Steph Curry, and so did Jonathan Kuminga. Mars?
Yeah, I wanted to go first because I know it's going to turn into an Ayton slander session, which I have no problem with. I just want to start by praising Jonathan Kuminga. I think he was amazing last night. Played, besides one shot he took in the first quarter, where he decided he wanted to go ISO and shoot a mid-range jumper. Besides that, he played the most team-friendly, idealized Jonathan Kuminga game I think you could hope for. There was a play, he threw a lob in transition to Jimmy Butler. I was like, wow, nice. So I just want to, and he took the Luka assignment. I actually don't think his defense on Luka was that bad, but Luka is Luka, and we'll talk about Luka. But I want to start by just praising Jonathan Kuminga for how well I think he played. Knocking down threes, running the floor, not doing anything extra, making the extra read, making the extra pass. There's a time he got in the paint, 2 feet in the paint, pivoted and then kicked out. I think it was for a Pajemski 3. Like those type of decisions and awareness is something that I think Kuminga's been struggling with, and people have been critical of Kuminga for not showcasing in the past. But in game one, he did all of that. So I want to credit Jonathan Kuminga before we start talking about how DeAndre Ayton is the worst center to grace the planet. Also, maybe a month ago, a few weeks ago, I said in passing that Jimmy Butler was a top 25 player on the planet, and the chat said I was reaching. I'm sorry, he's a top 25 player on the planet. I'm not saying it just based on last game. I watched Jimmy Butler play basketball, and I think he's a top 25 player on the planet. The IQ, the ability to control the possession battle in terms of forcing turnovers, getting on the offensive glass, not turning the ball over yourself, being that efficient of a scorer with your foul baiting, grifting ways, being such a competent middle of the court, mid-range area scorer, being a good decision maker, high IQ guy, that exudes value to me. And maybe it's maximized in Golden State because of the spacing that Steph Curry provides and all of that stuff and all the IQ they have on the court, maybe. But Jimmy Butler is an amazing player. And you have Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond, like I've predicted in the before the season started. That level of IQ is hard to come up against. And I think you saw IQ shone last night for the Warriors. And the Lakers roster has some holes, I'll say. But that's my initial takeaways from the game. You guys can go.
Real talk, as the resident halfway Laker fan, would you like to take the mic?
Halfway is crazy. The amount of bail being put out for Kevin Durant right now is absolutely disgusting. But to this game,
don't worry, real talk. We'll get back to that.
To this game. I mean, Mars outlined it. Number one, let me start off with some positivity. Luka Doncic was absolutely amazing last night. The reason why we had the ranking that we did in the offseason, and me and Mars were going back and forth about this. And last year I said that the man couldn't score if he wasn't hitting threes. I mean, and that was just kind of a fact. But last night we saw Luka Doncic getting 2 feet in the paint religiously. He went 2 of 10 from 3 and had 43 points. That is a very encouraging sign. He was 15 of 17 on twos last night. absolutely incredible. I wanted to see how his playmaking would progress against a switchable defense, and we were still getting downhill, still collapsing the defense, making the good kick out passes, and Oxy was playing defense. So, I mean, absolutely amazing night from Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves, that was some of the fakest 25 you'll ever see in your life. Do not look at that box score and think Austin Reeves played a good game. A lot of that was when the game was not over, but basically over. Austin was not good last night. Wasn't good in the first half when we needed him to be.
It was consistently going uphill. Like when he was scoring, it was consistently going uphill, like to try to get back in the game.
Yeah. When we needed him to produce in that third quarter, that's kind of when the game got out of reach. He wasn't there. And then look, about the Jimmy Butler thing. Number one, the best whistle in the league for whatever reason. Number two, why are we just conceding the switch with Gabe Vincent on him when he's hunting that every time and he's scoring on him every single time? He's either scoring or going to the free throw line against Gabe Vincent every single time. I don't know why we were just conceding that switch like that. But no, the Warriors played great. They looked like the better team last night against the Lakers, which, I mean, I predicted them to be a better team than the Lakers. And I'm going to say this, Ron, this is a special moment because this won't happen too often. But I'll pen an apology. I'll pen an apology. Penn was absolutely correct about DeAndre Ayton. Now, I don't like saying this because, Penn, you're not as smart as you think, but you're also not as dumb as you look. Because you were spot on. You were spot on about DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton is the softest player in the league. He's quite literally. I don't care about that 5 for 7. That 5 for 7 is fugazi. Whenever DeAndre Ayton catches the ball and gets contact, it's a turnover. Every single time. We tried to post him up. The 2 misses that he had were 3 post-ups. He went 1 for 3 on them. All the other buckets were dump off, lay down passes to go up there and score immediately, or a lob or something like that. DeAndre Ayton is not good, bro. It's going to be, like I said earlier, it's going to be Luka, Reeves, Braun, Savers ball, bro, for the entirety of the season, unless we make a move at the trade deadline.
Now, Ron, watch what happens later on in the season when they get like a 20 and 17 game from him, or a 19 and 15 game from him, and then they get a stretch of like 17 and 11 games from him, and 2 blocks, and they win it. Watch what happens.
Do you fall for the Buddy Hield stretches?
No, I don't.
There you go.
Chill. I owe you an apology as well.
Oh, everyone
apologizes, man. I'm proud of you
look
guys.
Oh, nice.
I ain't even heard your apology.
First of all, I want to say that you're not as smart as you think you are. Number 2, I want to say you're old as dirt. Number 3, I want to say your background's not so great. But number 4, I mean, apologize. Like you got a great shirt. You got a great shirt.
Thank you.
A great shirt. Shout outs to Fluent.
Me and my man Fluent and Chill. We do it on Tuesday nights at 8:00. Come check us out.
Yeah.
Sure, you taking that backhand?
Listen, I'm older and wiser. I don't fall for logic like that, like I used to. But
Pim, well, you need to be older and wiser and not fall for and just accept the apology.
Instead of, and I said this about the Warriors, and again, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna do that apology what DeAndre Ayton ain't doing with the basketball. I'm gonna block that shit to the 3rd row.
So you could just accept it.
Watching the. I'm not gonna overreact after one game like we do, but I can say instead of the Warriors looking old, they look like the old Warriors. After that, when you see a team in the 3rd quarter, like the onslaught's coming, and soon as it's around the 3rd quarter when they just start to blow the game open, and I thought Jonathan Kuminga in that 3rd quarter, he was nothing short of fantastic. The minute he got DeAndre Ayton on him, like he didn't think twice about looking at the basket. He went right to the basket. He was cracking the long ball like it was nothing. I love that about him. I've always felt like with Jimmy Butler, his confidence is everything with him. I am the best at what I do. None of you dudes out here can see me. I'm the best at what I do. I'm not the best player in the game. I'm just the best at what I do. And that's getting to the basket. I thought he was great with shot fakes. I thought he was great with finishing around the rim. I thought that DeAndre Ayton, because I understand, real talk, how you feel about DeAndre Ayton. It's the one thing that I would ask, because maybe there's just things that I'm just going to have to accept from DeAndre Ayton. But there's things that I watch, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking to myself, this is fixable. And one of the things that I saw, I'm thinking to myself, big fella, just run. That's it. Like, we get the ball off the glass, and Luka has the ball, and he's trotting behind Luka. I'm thinking to myself,
Chill, I'm sorry. Jordan has called, and he would just like to ask you a question.
Oh my God.
Hey, chill. I just want to ask you about, did you see that badass Karl Malone pick and roll action between Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton in the short roll last night? Like, how many times did you see that work last night?
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
No, there was one. He got one.
To DeAndre Ayton's point, he said that he was so used to the low man being right there, so he couldn't short roll, which that still doesn't negate the fact that you can still dive to the basket, even if the short roll, even if the low man was there, you can still dive to the basket. But back to my point, I was watching this Ox, and as a big guy, run the floor. That's one way we can remedy buckets. Just run. Like, they get the ball off the glass, and Luka is looking up the floor, and DeAndre Ayton is basically running beside him. Like, the ball would go off the glass, and DeAndre Ayton wouldn't get the rebound, and he's trotting. And I'm thinking to myself, big fella, just run. You don't have to do anything else. Just run to the rim. I vividly remember watching LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and the ball would come off the glass. Anthony Davis would just run to the rim. Just as a big guy. That's a big guy thing. Just run to the rim, and he's getting 6-8 points. Just run into the rim. But then when he does run, he'll get to the post, and he's got Buddy Hield switched on to him. And instead of him getting big, real talk, it's, hey, I'm open. Yo, over here. And I'm thinking to myself, big fella, if you want the ball, ask for the ball, not, hey, yo, I'm open over here. And it's really problematic for their offense, because that's gonna be buckets that they're gonna need. Easy buckets, transition buckets. And if I can't get this from him, the other stuff, how am I going to get that? And again, I'm not going to overreact after one game, but that's problematic. So if we're watching the film, the first thing that I'm bringing up with DeAndre Ayton is, big fella, you got to run the floor more than anything.
Right.
You have to run.
Chill. I would say, I think so. I think a lot of that's true. As far as what DeAndre Ayton getting up the court and getting big, that's not something you remedied year 9 in the NBA. That's something that you learn in 9th grade. If you're not doing that by 9th grade, that's a problem. But once again, I'm not as hard on DeAndre as y'all are. The only thing I wanted from DeAndre yesterday was just kind of attacking the glass a little bit more, like rebounding. I think he could have put a little more effort into, securing some rebounds. I don't think DeAndre Ayton is the reason the Lakers lost the game last night. I don't know if that's what y'all are saying, but I just want to be clear.
No, absolutely not. No,
that they lost the game last night.
There's a bunch of reasons.
It's absolutely the reason they lost the game.
No,
okay.
We have issues up and down that roster.
Y'all can go ahead and just nitpick or whatever.
I thought they got some good minutes.
I think it's similar to so for instance, like last night, I think we could say Reed Shepherd, could have been a big reason why they lost. Tari Eason could have been a big reason why they lost. If we can come to the Lakers and say, yeah, okay, DeAndre Ayton, if you would have played better, it would have been a better game. Or if Austin Reeves, if you would have played better, it would have been a better game. But I just don't think the Lakers are ready without Bron. I think they really needed Bron last night. But I mean, shout out to Jonathan Kuminga. Chill. This is why I wish Jonathan Kuminga would have went to the Suns. I would have loved to see JK playing down there. Buddy Hield, keep shooting the ball, buddy. It's a dangerous team. That's a very dangerous team down there in Golden State. So let's keep looking out for them. It's no telling how good that can really be as the season keeps going forward.
I think
that
it's
one
amazing.
defender that we have, they got him in foul trouble, Marcus Smart. I do think a couple calls kind of went against him. because Golden State was able to draw a lot of tic-tac fouls, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's.
But I think I did like what I saw from Marcus Smart, to be fair, while he was out there. Just to throw that in there for another positive little nugget that I saw last night.
Always
Fellas,
like
we are going to circle back around to this game here in a second. I do want to tell everybody that is watching, whether you're on Twitter, whether you are on Facebook, TikTok, whatever the case may be, come over to YouTube, subscribe, and become a member. Also, set your notifications, alarms, or whatever you might need to do. Tell your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the case is, to remind you that tonight, if you like the NFL, if you like college football, and if you like to talk gridiron talk, then tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, you will be able to pull up to the press box. We have a special guest on TikTok. He goes by the name of Josh Moore. He has a huge following. He played football at UCLA. And on top of that, you get to get Swipe Up Bama and J-Rob with him in the same room as well. It's going to be a good night. Y'all be sure to pull up. But I see that you guys have sent through super chats. So we are going to move on to the crunch time chat segment. Let me see what you guys got to say. Starting with Jay. Jay said, hey, panel, do you guys think Kuminga should be a starter consistently on the Dubs? Since preseason, he's bought into the Dubs style of play instead of forcing shots.
Yeah, I do. Hell yeah.
He started last night.
Yeah, him or Horford. Those are the options in my opinion. Maybe matchup dependent. I don't know, but they're using Kuminga as their primary defender, and if he doesn't start, they have no other option because Pods ain't doing that. So maybe he has to start. And if he's playing like this, he deserves to start because he was really good last night.
I don't like Pods, Mars. I've been saying I'm just not high on Pods. I really just do not like him at all.
What's your issue with him, Ox?
He's just I don't really have an issue. I just don't know what he does. It's just like he like, what are you doing here, bro? I don't know. He
takes charges. He takes.
He's a smart player.
Yeah, but when you're
not really out on him, you just don't know what to do with him, is what you're saying. Because like you out on D'Angelo Russell, you think D'Angelo Russell is whack.
I'm out on him.
You think D'Angelo Russell is whack, but like with Pods,
I mean D'Angelo's way better than Pods. Like he's not even.
You think he's whack though, Ox? But with Pods, like, do we not know what we're doing with him, or is he whack? Like, which one is it?
Chill. I don't even know what to say about the kid. I don't know what he's here for. Like I'm just like for me, Chill. It's like, so if let's say if these are the ones, right? Let's say you got Steph, you got Jimmy, you got Draymond, right? So the other players that should be playing are not Pods. It should be Buddy, JK, Al Horford, Gary Payton, and who else? Quentin Post. There's no reason for me.
Pod shouldn't be in the rotation.
So defense doesn't matter
for Pods to be on the court.
Oh Lord,
okay. I think he shouldn't be playing, so he should be out the rotation.
I think Brandon Podziemski is very underrated. Like, first of all, like his secondary ball handling, I think gives the Warriors another good decision maker, which is not Buddy Hield. Right? Buddy Hield is not the greatest decision maker. Also, he's a much better defender. So he just gives you a very neutral guy who's not going to cost you minutes, right? And he played 33 minutes last night, and I think he looked okay. Like, he looked good. He only took 7 shots. And honestly, with Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and Steph Curry, you don't need to take 20 shots. You don't need to take 30 shots. I need a guy to just come in and play his role. So whether that is Al Horford, whether that is Brandon Podziemski, whether that is Quentin Post, whether that is, anyone, they got like 10 guys who they can put with those guys when they're healthy. Moses Moody, with Trace Jackson Davis. We can go down the list of like 10 guys. Those guys just have to participate. They just can't do what Kuminga was doing last year, which is stop the flow of the offense. Can't do that. So Podziemski is just a really smart, connective basketball player.
That's a very fair assessment, Penn, and I don't want to seem like I'm pushing back on that. I don't disagree with that. I think you're right about that. But of those 10 guys, Pod should be the 10th.
Okay, yeah, and I think that's just where we disagree, because I think he does all these small things that I think go unnoticed, right? Like for context, I think he's extremely versatile as a defender, right?
Definitely,
like, I trust him. That too, right? He's a really good connective passer. So maybe he doesn't have that sort of hezzy tween, break my man down off the dribble. It's not necessarily like shot creation like Austin Reeves, but he just does the right thing so often. When I watch him play, if I dissected 100 decisions he made, 96 of them were good decisions. So that to me is just like, you get out of the way. I think the Jimmy Butler getting to the line thing is going to be very important for this team. Him looking to score aggressively. This is the oldest starting lineup in the NBA. They need breaks.
In history,
Jimmy can buy them breaks. Okay, if he gets to the line, it allows you to set up your defense. And yeah, like I think that last game was great, man. We'll talk about it later. I'm sure. We'll get back to that game.
I do want to see the Warriors when they play a bigger front line, right? See how they can rebound against them. And then also I do want to see when Jimmy Butler is playing personnel that's better to guard him and he's not on the free throw line, how well they score in that scenario as well. Because it was a lot of
Ron.
We got to rely on Jimmy Butler.
But just one point, Ron.
Go ahead.
Really quickly. We talked earlier about what was problematic with the Golden State Warriors. To Penn's point, when he was talking about DeAndre Ayton, my issue with the Golden State Warriors was their interior defense. Luka shredded them. And with Luka shredding their interior defense, because he got to the lane and he got his feet in the paint, and there was really not a lot of resistance at the rim because they don't have anybody at the rim to protect the rim. On top of that, that's where DeAndre Ayton should have dominated, off the fact that they don't have anybody that can do anything around the rim, and he didn't. And to Penn's point, we could put a lot of that onus on him, because the 7 shots just for him running the floor could have been 17 shots, and 6 or 7 of them just could have been him running. Just could have been him running to the rim and getting the basketball, and Luka would have found him, no doubt about that.
Is Jackson Hayes a good player?
Is Jackson Hayes a good player? I think he's a 6.
A 6 out of 100. Okay, he's. I don't think he's a good player at all. Personally,
6, when I say 6, I mean 6 at what he does. I mean, I saw Luka found him around the rim. He got a lob last night. He will rebound.
He had as many rebounds.
I like that.
As DeAndre Ayton, and he played 20 fewer minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's unacceptable. Luka creates. I just want to say this because I don't know if we're going to say it later. Luka was friggin' amazing. This is the best I've ever seen this dude play. Defensively, he was locked in. There's only so much that he can do defensively with DeAndre Ayton back there. I'm gonna be honest. Like, they got Vando, they got Marcus Smart.
DeAndre Ayton's defense was fine last night, so I don't agree with that.
Fine?
You can't blame DeAndre Ayton for everything.
I actually think his defense was good, to be fair.
I don't think it was good at all.
Yeah,
man.
but we're gonna disagree.
I wasn't. I did like Luka's defense though. It is clear that he has heard everything that's been said about him. It's
he blocked
heard.
Al Horford.
That one-on-one.
He had rim pro Luka.
Yo, one-on-one against Steph Curry.
He locked down Steph in isolation.
Well, yeah, for what it's worth,
lock him, no, y'all.
Yeah,
like,
Steph's I think Steph's isolation game has been declining for like 3 years. Like, I don't think Steph scored a single time in isolation last night. Like, he couldn't beat DeAndre Ayton in isolation. Like, I just think we're at a point where Steph's old. He's a smaller guard.
Austin Reeves in isolation.
You're not really worried about him blowing by you with much regularity, so you're able to play up on the 3-point shot more. I just think Steph's isolation game is declining. I'm not saying he's not going to be good or whatever, but I do think it's declining. But credit to Luka for obviously playing defense. But
all right, y'all. The next
last year, it didn't age well. He'll find his rhythm later in the season.
I don't think Steph's isolation game was that good last year either. But
that's true.
The next super chat is from Jonathan Frazier. Jonathan said, "The Lakers hate today. About to make me break my phone, yo." Also, can we put to bed the Caruso shutdown Jokic talks? Because Sengun was frying, buddy. And yes, Ron, KD wasn't aggressive due to Lu Dort.
What's the correlation? Is Sengun Jokic in Game 7? No.
Yeah, that just means
Sengun was getting what he wanted. That doesn't change that Caruso did a hell of a job on Jokic in Game 7. That's irrelevant. That game was 5 months ago. What's that going to do with what
that's how you treat it? That's how you treat a 6'3" dude that tries to guard you. You treat him like a baby. That's what you do.
Hey, Ox,
you don't do
this dude can't cover me, Ox. This dude can't cover me.
You cook his little ass.
This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry. No, it's not ridiculous, Penn.
Yes, it is ridiculous.
This dude can't cover me.
This is ridiculous.
He can't cover me.
There's no way, there's no way that you think that the OKC Thunder guarded Sengun last night like they guarded Jokic. You see,
how different was it?
Every time Sengun going near the rim, there's 18 bodies down there.
That's what I'm saying. How different is it? It's not like the Rockets have
many plays where I'm watching Sengun try to drive and I'm seeing pinching them from the corner, pinching from the other corner. The big is already pre-rotated. Sengun going 1-on-4 down there, man. That's why he had to shoot. What did he shoot? 8 threes? Made 5
of them.
Yeah,
was
like
cracking them. Hey, I tried to tell y'all the Euro basket. Hey, this jumper might really be something. Hey, but it's a
and then he
closer
had
three-point line.
Chet. You see that? You see that?
He's
Chet-
playing
Chet-
overseas.
I was like, Sengun,
Chet
If he
looked
can hit
great.
that,
Chet
all
looked
in.
great last night, Marsh, to your point.
He did.
But
He did.
In the first half.
no, I meant babied him a couple times at the rim.
I seen some free eats at that rim. I'm just saying.
No, I'm gonna ignore. A man went
What,
body
man?
to body
Did
with
you
Chet,
not see that buffet?
and Chet came up, and Chet went down before a man came down. I was like, man, babied him a little bit right there. You gotta give him a man credit for that.
Man.
All right, I got another super chat from Shy Ranking. Shy Ranking said, ask Jordan how that 20-point blowout was that the Rockets put on the Thunder.
Hung. Yeah. I heard that all
Anyways,
night.
who y'all got tonight? Cavs or Knicks? This is a good question. Cavs or Knicks? And we will get into the whole slate of all the games later tonight and all of that good stuff. But Cavs and Knicks, this is a good game. Who you guys got?
Is Garland's
Yeah.
not
The
playing?
Knickerbockers.
right?
Darius
It don't matter.
Garland.
D-Mitch
No,
finna go for 40
No Darius
tonight.
Garland. Mm-mm.
With or without Darius Garland, got the Knickerbockers.
Evan Mobley about to put up 30.
I'll go with the Cavs. Yeah, why not? I'll go with the Cavs.
Real talk, you got the
That's
Cavs?
going to be the Cavs' first glimpse of seeing their own, D-Mitch
future.
and Mobley are the duo. Yeah, we can get rid of old boy for real.
Garland's hate is crazy.
All right. Cheese sent through a super chat and said, chill. Just give it up, please. Your player is soft as baby's ass. Oh, baby skin.
You got it, Cheese. Yup, he's off. I give up. You got it, my man. Yes, sir. You win.
Oh, he's talking about DeAndre right there?
Yes, sir. You
Talking about
got
KD.
it. You got it, brother. No doubt. You got it, my man.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
DeAndre,
Mhm.
chill. He's a soft player. I
think
The
he was
thing
talking
that,
about
like I
KD.
said, the thing that I watched
He's
last
definitely-
night.
Oh, you may have
That
been
was
talking
real-
about KD? Oh, my fault.
The thing that I watched last night,
That's not
which
true,
was the
Scott.
most glaring thing, was just the running. I don't care about like the other stuff. I think I've seen DeAndre Ayton rebound. I've seen DeAndre Ayton block shots. The fact that he only went to the free throw line one time, that doesn't blow my mind because he doesn't get to the free throw line anyway.
He missed
Right,
them
so
both
that's-
too. Yeah.
Man, he missed both of them. So that's
Oh,
not
my bad.
that's not something that I'm really harping on. I'm just watching him rebound. I'm watching them rebound, and I'm watching him trot up the floor. I'm thinking to myself, big guy, what are you doing out here? Run the floor, run. But Cheese said, give it up. So Cheese, you got it, brother. You'll hear nothing else out of me. You the man. You right. He got it.
Well, then chill. I expect you not to respond to this super chat. Not from Cheese, but from Jason Young. I4U. Jason Young, I4U said, so it only took one night for everyone to realize that Chill was flat out wrong about DeAndre Ayton. Go get me Nick Claxton and get this bum the hell off my
Nick
team.
Claxton ain't gonna be what you think he. Whatever you think Nick Claxton was 3 years
One
ago,
game.
Nick Claxton ain't
One
good
game.
either. No more.
Like y'all
Nick
do
Claxton,
y'all
Nick Claxton 2023.
Yo, stop.
I was
Yo,
on
Mars,
the train.
Stand on
Mars,
it. Don't stand
Gershon
on it.
Yabusele?
Fight back. Don't
You
fight
still
back.
fight it?
Yabusele is still not better than DeAndre Ayton. I don't care what you
Yo,
try and
the
convince me.
point was there's 25 centers better than DeAndre Ayton with your eyes closed and 100%
That's
better.
fine.
Y'all got it.
Yabusele
Y'all
ain't one of them.
got it.
Yabusele is not one of them. That's
Nick-
why.
Nick-
One game into the season. Y'all got it. No doubt.
Well, no. To be fair, I've been documented
chill.
as been saying this for over a year, so this ain't about
Alright.
this season.
Any fan
I've
who has ever cheered for DeAndre Ayton will tell you it only gets worse from here. I promise you.
Okay. If it only
He's
gets
gonna
worse,
have good
then-
games though. He's gonna have good
Yeah,
games.
he
and
is
will be
gonna
up
have
there.
good
Yeah, he's
games.
gonna have
How
good
can you
games.
not have good games playing with Austin Reeves, LeBron
That's,
James,
yeah,
and
that's,
Luka
and that's going to
Doncic?
be
You
your
should
defense.
have 20 and 10
when
every
DeAndre Ayton
night.
has good game. When DeAndre Ayton has good
So
games,
when he does that,
that's what your response is going to be. You're going to say he should have good games. He has Luka, no?
Mhm.
And then when DeAndre Ayton has good games, Chill's going to say this is what he's capable of. I know how the cycle of the season is going to go. The reality is DeAndre Ayton's that's what he is. Yeah.
The reality is it's basketball. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of different things said. It's
Yep.
basketball, so it's easy to have talk about it from different angles. It's easy to say negative things about good players. It's easy to say good things about negative players. It's hoops, man. It's hoops. It's easy.
All right, y'all. I got another super chat from Daleski. Daleski said, Ron in real talk, nasty with the KD talk. Chill and Ox talking ball from on-court perspective. How many appearances do I get for Hall of Fame tier? Well, if you want to join the Hall of Fame tier, you literally click the membership button that's down there below the video, and it's going to ask you what tier you want to join. You skip the rookie tier, you skip the chatter tier, don't be a yapper, and you skip the all-star tier, and you simply become a Hall of Famer. And in about 48 hours, I will send you the link to come on this show and get fried face-to-face by guys like him and guys like him.
I'm not going to be on Friday.
I just, by the way, I do want to address this because we're talking loudly sometimes doesn't mean we're not talking about what's occurring on the court. And actually, I have to talk loudly because as soon as I open my mouth, I got cut off by 2-3 people. So yeah, then I got to start yelling. But the fact of the matter is, everything I said happened on the court. KD got inbounded the ball and passed it right back to Sengun for him to dribble it up against Alex Caruso. That is a fact. KD was going to the corner in that second half of the game, trying to come off pin downs that were getting blown up and did nothing to adjust that. That is a fact. KD only took 5 shots in the second half of a game that went to double overtime. That is a fact. So everything me and Ron outlined happened on the court. We had to say it loudly because I got cut off and didn't speak.
You said he was hiding. That's what the disagreement
was.
And I still
he was getting off
when
the ball.
When you said that, I proceeded. I'm watching the second half. KD has called for. I've watched about 14 possessions. KD has come towards the ball or called for the ball or parked himself in a position to receive an entry pass on about 12 of these possessions. He's touched the ball.
Do you fight that, Ron? Like, I got a Mint Thompson on the right wing. But he was calling for the ball. Like, KD went to the corner. We all agree. We can all watch the game unfold. But I don't know, maybe when you watch KD go to the corner and you watch the pin down not work, maybe then you went ball-centric and started focusing on what was happening on the ball. And I'm not saying that's a problem, but maybe that's what happened because I'm watching KD call for the ball. The worst example of it, I actually have it up here right now. I'm looking at it. There was a play. KD inbounds it to Reed Shepherd. There's a little triangle. You got Reed Shepherd on the left wing. KD's near half court. Sengun is in the middle of the floor. Reed Shepherd. The play is designed because they had the same play with Jalen Green last time.
What's the time?
1:15 left in the third. The play is designed for when KD inbounds it to Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd swings it to Sengun, and it turns into a DHO for KD to get downhill. The reason I know that is because they ran the exact same play for Jalen Green last year. This is what Reed Shepherd does. He gets the ball. Sengun's hand is up, waiting for the ball. KD points to Sengun because everyone knows the play, except apparently Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd ignores Sengun, dribbles towards the middle of the court and flings it across the court to Tari Eason. What's KD meant to do about that? There's nothing KD can do about that. Reed Shepherd was actively abandoning all philosophies. He was to go do what he wanted to do. KD, I'm watching the second half. Possession after possession, KD has called for the ball. He is waiting for the ball. He has parked himself in a position to receive the ball, and he does not get it. I agree with everything you said. Did KD allow Sengun to bring the ball up? Yes. Did KD avoid bringing the ball up against pressure? Yes. Did KD start a lot of possessions in the corner? Yes. Did KD only shoot 5 times in the second half in both overtimes? Yes. Did KD hide from the ball? No, I don't agree with that. That's the only disagreement I have. I think everything that you said was accurate.
All the possessions you've been watching are in what quarter?
I'm watching. This has been the third. I'll get to the fourth in overtime.
Let's get
to so you ain't even got to the fourth. Or you ain't even got to the
second half.
Second overtime.
He said the second half.
Fair.
So I'm going through it.
I know you do the literal thing. I got it. Cool. Got it. I know those are the words I said. I know. I did the second half. I got it. But we're not going to act like the number one option on the team getting 5 shots in a half of a game that goes to 2 overtimes. He does not actively participate in him only having 5 shots as well. We can try to blame it on Reed Shepherd all we want to. We can say Lou Dort was blowing up the off-ball action. Sure. There gets to a point where Kevin Durant should have realized, hey, I need to go get the basketball. There is no excuse for Kevin Durant shooting the ball 5 times in a whole half of a game. There's no excuse for it. 0. I don't care who was out there. I don't care if it was a man, Reed. I don't care. There is no excuse. We can try to do the pick in particular thing all we want to. No point guard, then play point. I'm sorry. You have to do something. 5 shots in a half. He's the number one option.
When you put it that way, real talk. I can't agree with that because that's that's how I feel about things too. Like, well, you got to go get the ball. At some point, you got to go get the ball. I do wholeheartedly agree with that mindset, that way of thinking. But you know what? I still didn't get a chance to answer Pen's question. And I want to say, Penn, to answer your question.
Yo, Ox,
yes.
you about to change the subject? Because before you do, I just all right, for sure. I just want to make sure I address the super chat because it was my name was in it. But go ahead.
No, I'm talking about this because Penn asked about about was it Lu Dort? And I 100% think it was Lu Dort. I think yes. Kevin Durant called a timeout because of Lu Dort. Yes, Kevin Durant missed that free throw because of Lu Dort. I think Lu Dort was beating his ass. I think Lu Dort was putting that physicality on him. He wore him out. He was tired. He was getting hit. And I don't think Kevin Durant responds very well to that level of physicality. But I still think KD had a above average. I think KD played well last night. I do. I think KD played well last night. I think Reed Shepherd and Amin Thompson sold him like I told y'all they would. But
I don't think
KD checked in with 5 minutes left in the fourth. I'm gonna watch every possession now. So
can I just say three words? Can I just say
hold on.
Mars is right.
Go ahead,
there
go
you
ahead.
go. Mars is right.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think KD played bad at all. Do I think he played anything better than good? He didn't even play good. He played mid. He didn't play bad. He didn't play good. He was just And this is for Kevin Durant standards. This isn't a standard for everybody else. I'm holding Kevin Durant to Kevin Durant standards. I expect you to be the best scorer on the floor. I expect you to be the number one option on your team that got signed for $90 million, chill, for 2 years. I expect you to do that. And here's also the thing too. And I know Mars, we shouldn't judge people based on the money that we're making, but I'm judging Kevin Durant based on Kevin Durant being Kevin Durant. Okay. And I just want to say two things. I want to say two things, and that's it. Because I know when I say something about Kevin Durant, it's going to be taken with a grain of salt. You guys are going to say I'm hating because it's me and Kevin Durant. My thing is, I understand that Lu Dort is a strong physical defender, but you are 7 foot. You can take Lu Dort to that block and go to work on him. But okay, once again, okay, all right. And even if you don't want to say that, cool. I'm actually gonna come off of Kevin Durant. I know I can't reach you guys with when it comes to Kevin Durant talk. Real talk said everything that needed to be said. So I'll come off of Kevin Durant. I'm not going to speak on Amin Thompson, and I'm not going to speak on Reed Shepherd. Ime Udoka, you want to step into my office, buddy? Because if the plays that you are running for Kevin Durant, your star player, aren't working, you have to coach. If Reed Shepherd isn't able to run your offense, you have to coach. If Alperen Sengun isn't able to run the offense, you have to coach. So you have to find a way to get Kevin Durant the ball in places where he can be beneficial, one way or another. If they're not working on the floor or if something's not working out, buddy, you got to figure something out.
We actually are doing that, Ron. We're trying to screen to get Kevin Durant open. Go ahead, Ron. You got it.
I've watched the first 2 minutes since KD checked in. First play, he scored. Second play, uninvolved. Amin Thompson ISO'd Aaron Wiggins. Third play, KD was uninvolved. Fourth play, KD initiated the offense and turned the ball over. So I'll keep watching, but KD's been.
This is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying, Penn. So when we have our top scorer, we can't just give him the ball and tell him to go. No, and I can appreciate your point, real talk, when you say that at some point when the offense is not working, not necessarily when the offense is not working, I can't X and O you to death. At some point, I got to go, go get me a bucket. With that being said, Lu Dort, being who Lu Dort was, wearing on KD. I'm watching KD come up the line, basically go all the way to the basketball to get the basketball, and Lu Dort is blowing that up. He's pushing KD away from Amin Thompson. He's pushing KD away from Reed Shepherd. Now KD has to go all the way back around, and we got to reset the offense. But we can't do that. And you know why we can't do that? Because there's only 11 seconds left. So now we got to go. So now they're speeding them up, and with them speeding them up, now we're going to end up getting a bad shot. That was going on like 2 or 3 trips. Ron, you talk about KD like KD. You talk about KD.
I just talked about Ime Udoka, chill, and you didn't even want to accept that. You didn't even want to accept the fact that I said that the coach needs to change it up so he can get Kevin Durant the ball in a better position.
Have the personnel to do this.
Ron, you want to protect Reed Shepherd. Ron, you want to protect.
I just said no. Reed Shepherd was bad last night. Tari Eason was bad last night.
You guys are going to realize this is a problem that the team doesn't have anyone who can handle the ball. Like,
I agree. Hey, I apologized to you earlier. I see everything you said yesterday was right.
But hang on, if you don't have a good lead initiator, what's the last team you want to see?
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
100%, right? So
Oklahoma City
here's
Thunder.
what I'll say. Amen Thompson, for all the strengths that they're gonna beat the crap. They're gonna beat the crap out of the Washington Wizards. They're gonna beat the crap out of the lowly teams in the East and the West. But when you go up against really good teams and they can sag off of him and allow him to take 6-7 threes, it's going to impact your spacing. Number one. Number two, he's not a point guard. I'm gonna tell you 100%. I watched him since overtime elite. He's not a point guard. I don't know what people are seeing with this guy. You cannot be a point guard in the NBA right now and not be an elite pull-up jump shooter, or at least a capable pull-up jump shooter. You cannot be a point guard and pick it up your dribble and not really be very good at throwing entry passes. And here's the thing. I understand holding Kevin Durant to the standard of you max guy, you're a superstar, you got to take more than 5 shots. I get that. I hear that, right? But Kevin Durant, and I also understand, you're 7 feet, getting the post, blah, blah, blah. Is he big, or is he finesse? He finesse. Is he a great initiator who's going to run the offense like Luka or LeBron, or is he someone who often has relied on his teammates to get him the basketball? He relied on Russ in OKC, he relied on Draymond, Steph, and the Warriors offense to get him clean looks. He is more of a play finisher at this point. He doesn't have the same downhill gravity. And frankly, Lu Dort, I think, credit where credit is due. He wore on KD's mental. Okay, he wore him down physically and mentally, and I think it's the mental that I'm more concerned about right now with KD. Where honestly, I'm not going to say he ran away from the ball. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that he's the reason they lost. I will not say that, because KD did his job. He drew Lu Dort, who was the best defender on the other team, and he drew consistent attention. Well, second best defender on the other team. My bad, Alex Russo on the bench. But for all of the things that he did, I think it's very demoralizing for a young Houston team to see your veteran star player, this dude who's come in with this air of gravitas to save your franchise and elevate your franchise to the championship, to see him kind of fading down the stretch, I feel is demoralizing, especially when the other team star is going off. It's like my guy better than your guy.
Team stars going off. Ron, let me say this real quick. People are hung up on my words of running away from the basketball. So let me rephrase it.
Please do that.
It looked like Kevin Durant, for a lot of the second half, particularly fourth quarter and overtimes, looked like he allowed Lu Dort to have him disengaged from the offense. It looked like Kevin Durant at times did not want to get the basketball. That, to me, that is what it looked like for some possessions of that game last night. It looked like I don't want to have to try to fight for positioning against Lu Dort. I don't want to have to try to go off the screen and Lu Dort blows it up yet again. I don't want to have to bring the ball up full court against Lu Dort.
That's what defense does, though.
That's what it.
Why did he do it
with that phrasing? I'm more in line with real talk, because once again, I've just finished the fourth quarter. I've just got to the point where KD drew the foul on Lu Dort, so everyone knows where I'm at. He missed one of the free throws.
Yeah.
The whole fourth. So he came in with 4:55 left. He started off. He was involved. Then there was back-to-back plays where KD's on the wing. Steven Adams came to set him a screen. Lu Dort jammed it, and KD basically told Steven Adams, get out the way. Amen Thompson isolated on the other side. He got downhill and finished like three straight times. But KD actively told Steven Adams, basically, don't screen for me. I'm not getting the ball on this possession. So to Real Talk's point, I agree with that point, because there were multiple possessions, 3 in a row, where KD basically said, leave me out of this, whatever. But then KD brought the ball up 3 separate occasions, brought the ball up, initiated the offense, found Sengun at the elbow one time. One time he turned the ball over, like I said. So he did initiate offense. He was actually doing that. Then you can see Houston made the active decision that they wanted to attack the Sengun-Caruso mismatch. So KD was looking for that. Then the last play of the game, KD had the ball, isolated on Lu Dort, stepped back, drew the foul. Obviously missed one of the free throws. I'll watch overtime now. But to Real Talk's point about what he just amended his statement from he was hiding in the second half to in the fourth quarter and overtime, there were plays where he looked disengaged. I agree. There were plays where he was actively basically saying, this play ain't for me. go elsewhere, whatever, space the floor, all of that stuff. Focus on a man, focus on Sengun. There's active plays where you can tell Steven Adams to do those things. So that point, I agree with. The first initial statement, I wholeheartedly disagree with.
And
but
real
if this
talk,
is your new amended statement, I agree.
And real talk, you do have a valid point. And the reason why you got a valid point is because I don't want to fight with this dude all night. I don't. Because him wearing on me, especially as a bucket getter, with him wearing on me, that's going to wear on my ability to score. And that's what Lu Dort is trying to do. Lu Dort's just going to make open shots. But my primary focus, I got to make it difficult on KD. So what am I going to do when he gets off the ball? Like I said to you earlier, keep the ball away from him. Be physical with him. Push him up the lane. So like when I saw KD run to Amin Thompson to ask for the ball, push him up the lane to get him off balance, to get him away from the ball. So Amin Thompson doesn't want to give him the ball, or Reed Shepard doesn't want to give him the ball because they're afraid that they're going to turn it over because you've been all over him like that. Well, when we get to third, fourth quarter, and he's consistently laying on me like that. He's consistently pushing me like that. That starts to wear on my ability, not just to want the basketball, but when I get the ball to actually score, because this dude's been wearing on me all night. I think that Lu Dort did a great job on KD last night, and specifically in those stretches, he did a great job on him.
And he
All right,
did,
fellas,
that's why I don't want to hear about the
real talk.
Go ahead,
We'll circle back around to this, but we about to move on to our next segment called the Fast Breakdown. Now, it was only 2 games last night, and we've talked deeply about both of those games. We'll still talk a little bit more about the Lakers and Warriors game, but we are going to dive into the games tonight. And I'm just going to ask you guys predictions, what you're looking for, or what you're looking forward to in that game, and all of that good stuff. So we talked about the Knicks and the Cavs. That's game 1. But before we move on to the next game, is there anything in this game specifically that you guys are looking forward to?
I'm looking to see. I'm looking for the Cavs to expose Jalen Suggs, and what I mean when I say expose Jalen Suggs, yes, expose Jalen Suggs. One of the biggest problems that the Cavs have.
Jalen Suggs or Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Suggs. No, I'm talking about Orlando. I'm thinking about Orlando with Miami. I apologize. We'll get to that game in a little bit. So my fault, Ron.
All right. Anything in the Knicks and Cavs you guys looking forward to?
I'm
Evan
looking
Mobley
forward
getting
to
busy.
seeing D. Mitch and Evan Mobley. I'm also interested in seeing what Cat looks like because he's in a interview talking about he doesn't know his role in offense.
I don't like that at all. Real talk. I don't like the way that sound at all. What you mean you don't know what we doing? What does that mean exactly? What are you talking about? You don't know what your role is. What do you mean? Like what kind of offense are we running? Because I want you to continue with this real talk because I want to know what does that mean. I don't know what that means. I don't. I don't know what that means. When my best big says, can you imagine Sengun coming out and going, yo, I don't really know what my role is in the offense. Imagine Sabonis coming out and going, yo, I don't really know what they're doing with me on offense. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
That's not Cat's issue. That's Mike Brown's issue. If you're not making it clear what you want your best player to be doing, that's a problem. You know what I mean?
Huge
Like that's a big problem. And I can't put that on Cat. If Cat really doesn't know, like if he's out here like, so what am I doing? Then that means Mike Brown needs to do his job. Coach got to coach. Mike, you need to be there. You need to let everybody know what they're doing and get it together. So I find that kind of weird. I highly doubt that he doesn't know what his role is. Now I don't know. I'm not sure if there's any motive, but I highly doubt that they're going into the season not knowing what they're doing on offense.
Ox, if we get in, when Mike Brown interviewed for the job, what do you think the line of questionings were with Mike Brown before he got the job?
I mean, just the basic stuff like, well, you know, what's your coaching philosophy? You know what I mean? How are you going to get this done? How are you going to bring a championship to Madison Square Garden? You know what I mean? What type of sets are you going to be running? What's the offense looking like? Are you going to run Josh Hart into the dirt? Is Josh Hart going to have to play 46 minutes a game? You know, stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't. The thing about it is Mike Brown, he kind of like iffy. Like I don't look at Mike Brown like an offensive mastermind. I think he's a pretty good defensive coach though. So I don't know what to expect from the offense, but my main thing though, Chills, I highly doubt Cat is going into the game tonight not knowing what's going on.
Ox, didn't y'all have the best offense in 23?
Yeah, thanks to Domantas Sabonis.
Mm-hmm. Sabonis knew what his role was in the offense. I bet you that. Sabonis knew exactly what he was doing in the offense.
Cat's role is going to be eerily Sabonis-like.
And you know
True.
what though,
Alright.
Cat, in
Maybe.
that sense though, to what we were doing in 23 before Mike Brown gave the offense to DeMar DeRozan. If they're running something similar to that, Cat's gonna cook. Like he's a much better shooter than DeMontis, better off the dribble than DeMontis. So if he can play in that type of role, Cat's gonna eat. I think so.
All right, fellas. On to the next game. We have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Charlotte Hornets. Thoughts, predictions?
Wait, Ron, real quick.
What's up?
Is it possible that Cat's just the Nimrod and he don't understand the offense?
Yes.
Don't be surprised, bro. I ain't want to say that, Knox. I did not want to say nothing about that.
Real talk made me think that because it's like maybe they're trying to run that. Maybe Cat just don't understand how to do dribble handoffs and backdoor passes. I don't know. But all right, go ahead, Ron.
When he got the job, Ox, you had to explain what you were doing in the offense, which means that I had to meet with the guys and have a conversation about what I think you should be doing. Here we are on opening night. I'm not sure what we should be doing.
All right,
Yeah,
so we got the
sounds
Nets
correct.
and the
Yeah.
Hornets. Who do you guys think will win this game tonight? And do you have any predictions or anything you're looking forward to?
Hornets.
I'm not watching this game.
Oh, I'm for sure watching this game. Because number one, us LaMelo FC, we don't know how many healthy games we're going to get in a season, and we do know he starts seasons off cooking. So I will definitely be watching this Hornets game for LaMelo Ball. And yes, the Charlotte Hornets are going to win because of LaMelo Ball.
I think personally, like this is going to be a pretty good game. When you watch two teams are kind of at the same level, but in a high level of basketball like the NBA, you still got good basketball players out there. So I think it'll probably be one of those games where I know I won't make it past the second quarter though, because by the second quarter is going to be so many wide open layups passed out for contested threes. And I'm not going to want to watch that. So I'll probably get about 15 minutes of this game.
Looking forward to seeing Michael Porter Jr. and Brandon Miller both in this game. I'm expecting Brandon Miller to take a leap, so I want to just see what he looks like in his first game. Moving on to the next game, Chill, the game that you were talking about earlier, Jalen Suggs. We have the Orlando Magic versus the Heat in Orlando. Thoughts, predictions?
I think
Anything you're looking forward to?
I think Orlando has a problem. The thing that Ox, Mars, you guys issue that you have with Amen Thompson, his ability to handle the ball and his ability to score. I think that the Miami Heat with Davion Mitchell, I think that they can expose Jalen Suggs' inability to be a consistent scorer. And I think that that's going to be a problem for them moving forward.
Jalen Suggs,
I know how
better
you
than
guys
him.
feel about. I know how you feel
What do you
about.
think
I know
they're
how you
going to
guys,
ask Jalen Suggs to do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because if we're talking about Paulo in France, like how many points a game are we getting from Paulo this season in your estimation? Like what's realistic in
26.
27, 27, 26, 27.
So anywhere between 25 and 27 a game is what we're looking at. So what are we getting from France?
The same.
So we're getting 50 from these dudes on average every night.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get 50 from them. Okay, so last I checked, this was just last season. Average was about 114. Now, what are we getting
What was
from
Orlando's average?
I think they were below that, as a matter of fact. I think they averaged like 113 or something like that. The point that I'm making with this, Mars, is where do people talk about the Orlando Magic this year? Like to the Eastern Conference Championship, to
Absolutely.
the NBA Finals.
Desmond got 19
Bain now too.
Desmond got 19 for you.
They do have Desmond Bain, but my point guard needs to be able to score. I don't need 25 a game from him neither, but 12, 14 a game ain't enough. No, that's not going to be enough.
Well, 12, 14 is.
It should be enough.
That's not going to.
You're going to get 12 to 14 a game from Jalen Suggs, and you better be happy.
Sure, that's about
85 with elite defense.
That's about 85 points from 4 players right there. That's
okay.
A lot of
well, I'm here for it. I am. I'm definitely here for it.
Jalen Suggs gonna give you a cool 13.8 this season. That's what he's gonna give you.
Mm-hmm.
All we need Jalen Suggs to do, Chill, is be able to bring the ball up the court, initiate some offense, table set a little bit, and then also from there, be good in spot up situations, be good as a catch and shoot shooter, and attack closeouts, and make good reads when you have rim attacks. I mean, that's
Can we get Amen Thompson to do that too, or no?
What closeouts?
Jalen Suggs is worlds better of a shooter than.
What closeouts is Amen Thompson get?
Yeah, that's also.
You got to be able to
Well, he's
draw a
not getting
closeout to attack one.
He's not getting many, but I don't think
He's
I'm
not getting
getting
any.
0 for 7.
No one has ever
I-
closed out to Amen Thompson in his
So let's
career.
just say, for the sake of argument, he doesn't get any. But I don't want to go back to Houston, but I think he's going to shoot the ball better than what he did last night throughout the course of the season.
Shit, I heard Ben is 0%. Shit.
Yes, I do think he's going to shoot the ball better than what he did last night.
All right,
He
y'all.
was
The next game we're
quasi
moving
hit
to,
one. Don't do that.
Yeah, I said in my
he
heart he
was
won for
quasi
8.
hit
In my
one.
heart
Yeah,
he won for
yeah.
8. Yeah.
the next game we go into is the Toronto Raptors traveling to Atlanta and playing against the Hawks. Can I get predictions, thoughts? Pin, I'm gonna let you kick things off. What are you most looking forward to in this game?
I'm looking forward to my star player who just told the media 2 days ago and told his Twitch stream that he wants to win MVP. So I'm looking forward to Scotty Barnes.
I want to be
showing
a
that.
billionaire. What the fuck?
I mean,
Just
yeah,
saying.
but
Yeah,
one of
kind of
these things is
nonsense
a
that
lot
comes with
more
having a
likely to
billion.
happen. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Mars being
I
a
agree.
billionaire. It's
I
more
agree.
likely.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like,
100% more likely that
Colin Murray Boyle's not
he's a
playing.
billionaire than
Jacoby
he-
Walter not playing, right? So, the defense is going to be tough. Rely on Grady Dick a lot off the bench. And he played really well in the preseason. And, I'm looking forward to seeing the starting lineup. I mean, there's a lot of confusion right now about who the real point guard in Toronto is, right? Is it Scotty? Is it BI? Is it RJ? Or is it Emmanuel Quickly? And I think Quickly had like one good game in preseason running the offense. The rest of it was tough, man. His passes are off
So it's
target.
not Quigley?
It's not Quigley. It's Quickly. Number one. It's like a legitimate word, man. Y'all call him Quigley for no reason.
Focus pen.
Quickly,
Every time
yo.
you go quickly down under.
Pin.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Forget
quickly.
It's Quickly.
Like fast.
Yeah, Quickly.
Yes.
CK. There's no G.
Yeah.
There's no G in that
No,
last
not
name.
Quigley.
Pin.
No.
Okay.
Can we
Can
get
you-
back?
As we
Can we
was-
get
as-
back?
as we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
saying,
can we get-
focus.
Yeah, I mean,
go.
honestly, I think the Hawks are gonna win, but I really hope they don't. Jalen Johnson playing? He playing, right?
He should be, yeah.
Yeah. Playing the preseason.
That's gonna be tough.
I'm just looking forward to a Trae Young masterclass, and that's really it. That's all. Predictions on who's gonna win?
The
I'd
Hawks
probably
win.
take Atlanta. Yeah, I'd probably take Atlanta.
Anybody taking the Raps?
You know what? Screw y'all. I'll take the Raps. I'll take the
Nice,
Raptors.
there you
Go ahead.
There you go.
I want to be. I'm leaning Hawks, but I want to be wrong.
I don't see any reason why the Raptors can't beat the Hawks.
They can beat them.
Well,
Will they
anyone
beat
can
them
be
is
anyone.
another.
Yeah,
Is
anyone
the
can.
Yeah, but
question.
I think Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes are. That's tough for the Hawks. I like Jalen Johnson. I do. I like Brandon Ingram more. You know what I mean? I you know what I'm saying? I like what the Raptors got going on, and I'm still not sold on the Hawks, show. I'm still not sold on. So
It's going to be a
I'm
tough
just-
night for Trae Young. I'll give you that. Probably.
I know what game I'm watching tonight. Pin.
Me too. I'm waiting for you
Hey,
to talk about
have
it.
your phone
Okay.
next to you. Is it this game, Mars? Is it a
I
game
don't
that's
know.
in Boston?
Absolutely.
That
Yeah,
Philadelphia will be at?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah,
talking about the
absolutely.
Sixers playing against the Celtics in Boston tonight, Mars? What are you looking forward to?
That's the game I shall be watching, man. I'm looking forward to Joel Embiid making it through another game healthy, man. Will they win? Based on what I've seen from the Boston roster, I think Philly are the better team. Based on what I've seen about Joel Embiid's history in Boston, yeah. But I'm a pick Philly. But if Joel Embiid makes it through the game healthy, they want to know in my heart. That's all it is. I'm gonna be watching with bated breath anytime he falls over. But if he makes it through healthy, they want to know. But yeah, this is definitely the game I'm gonna be watching.
Embiid's gonna have his way with them dudes. They don't have anything.
In
for
theory, he should. Yeah, in theory, he should.
In theory and in real life, Mars, they have nothing for Joel Embiid up there. Like the Sixers are absolutely winning this basketball game. Absolutely.
No Paul George tonight, but he should be back soon.
That's okay.
I'm curious to see what starting lineup they run with as well, because they've been experimenting with double big lineups. So we know Maxi and VJ as well. VJ is getting his first NBA start. That's gonna be cool. So Maxi,
He started for
VJ,
sure?
yeah,
Mhm.
the Nick Nurse has basically confirmed that. And Kelly Oubre is probably gonna start. So it's that power forward spot. We don't know who.
So we got Max. So we got Maxey at the 1, VJ at the 2, Kelly O at the 3. We got Embiid at the 5,
And then it's either Barlow or a Demboner at the 4. We don't know which one. But I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how they make it work. And then Grimes off the bench, and so I'm curious to see also how Boston look. No, McKay's not healthy. I just want to see how Boston look as well. So you get to see both things. I'm curious to see who's starting, Peyton Pritchard, Anthony Simons. Derek White's all NBA second team push. That's apparently going to happen. So I'm curious to see all of it. I think it's going to be an interesting game.
If you were
shout
here,
shout out to Matty Ice.
You just missed it, man. All right. Next up, we have the Pistons versus the Bulls in Chicago. Thoughts, predictions, anything you're looking forward to?
Pistons win.
Unfortunately, this is not 1991, so Jay's not walking through that door. Isaiah Thomas is not walking through that door, so this could be very.
But the MVP.
It could be lackluster for some people,
but
I will be tuning into this game because I'm invested in Josh Giddey. I think Josh Giddey's going to get busy this season. I think I could be looking at a 22-9-8 game tonight. No Kobe White, so that's going to be an issue. So that's firepower that's off the bench, and the kid Noah, he's not ready yet. So I think their lack of bench is going to be a problem. I'm taking Detroit in this game because I think that they just overpower them.
You sleeping on Matas?
That's what I was going to
You
say.
sleeping on Matas?
Hey, my glory.
No, I love Matas. I love Matas.
An NBA executive recently said Matas Buzelis has MVP potential. And honestly, I ain't even mad at it.
Okay, I disagree with the executive.
MVP,
but anything can happen. If the Bulls win 65 games this year, maybe Matas is the MVP. I don't know.
No, not this year. I think this game gonna be fun. A grit and grind Pistons team versus a team like Chicago that wants to run and gun, just play fast as hell. I think that's gonna be interesting. Seeing all the defense that the Pistons have, I want to see how Josh Giddey deals with that, how Matas deals with that. I also want to just see if the Bulls are still in the business of launching the most threes in the NBA this side of Boston. So it's just a lot. There will be interesting things, but as long as Alonzo Ball not on the Bulls, they are not on my list of teams to watch. I think Cade could go for like 40 tonight.
Matas and Giddey, they're going to have big games in a losing effort. That's all. I think Detroit go ahead and take care of them for sure.
I don't know how much to buy into preseason performances, but Cade was like unstoppable in preseason. Like he barely cracked 20 minutes ever and was like regularly averaging over 20 points.
Well, don't buy
4 shots in preseason and missed 8 threes last night. So.
Yeah. Right. Don't buy preseason at all, Pin, but expect Cade to be unstoppable tonight.
Facts.
All right, y'all. Moving on to the next game. We got guns versus buns. The Pelicans will be traveling to Memphis to play against the Grizzlies. Hey, they got it. Real talk. That nickname is sticking until they play themselves out of that nickname.
His job
they
playing?
haven't played themselves out of that.
I think.
Yeah, he said he's wearing ankle braces. Yes, he says he's wearing ankle braces like Curry.
Okay. That could be an interesting one. Seeing Zion, Trey Murphy, Herb. I think the Pelicans have a making of a nice offensive team. Defensively, I think they're going to suck. But offensively, I think they have the pieces to be intriguing on that side of the ball. And Memphis, I like that starting 5. The issue is all of their backup point guards are hurt. Zach Edey's actually not there. So like they don't have their full starting 5. But when healthy, I think the Grizzlies are being slept on a little bit. It's just, can they actually get healthy? But I think this game could be interesting. For sure.
Memphis cool. Memphis got a cool little squad, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree, but Ty Jerome out for 4 weeks? I think he's being reevaluated. And Scottie Pippen Jr. is out for 3 months, so that's tough. I don't know when Zach Edey's back. Like they starting the season banged up, so it's unfortunate.
And then you have this New Orleans crew with Trey Murphy, one of the better long ball shooters in the game, one of the better athletes in the game. You know who Zion is in terms of his ability to get downhill and have the ball in his hands. I love that about him. Have the ball in his hands and just create havoc at the rim. But I think the guy that I will pay attention to, because I am going to tune into this game, because Ma's turned me on to him. This kid Misi. I'm definitely gonna watch more of him than I did. And welcome back, my boy Herb Jones. I can get back on the Herb Jones train. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Y'all know I'm a Herb Jones stan. Y'all know how I feel about Herb Jones. So absolutely. I'm taking New Orleans in this game, by the way.
The Pelicans, one of my league pass teams for this year. Like I'm gonna be keeping my eye on them.
I'm taking New Orleans in this game. Herb Jones is my guy.
You're muted.
Can't hear you, Ron. Turn your mic on, Ron. We can't hear you.
I'm excited to see Zion versus Ja. That's always, just based on their history. It's always a fun matchup based on their exciting style of play. I think that they both have a lot to prove, so I'm excited to see that. These are two pretty good teams. Contenders, probably not, but I still think they're two very talented teams. So I'm excited to see it. Next up, we have the Wizards and the Bucks.
I got the Wizards.
Giannis starting the season.
Ox, you worse than spoiled milk. Ox.
Oh, it's the Kuzma revenge game. Kuzma gonna have like 20.
Chill. Have you ever seen Robin beat Batman?
Never seen Robin beat Batman. No.
All right. So how Giannis gonna beat Chris Middleton?
Oh damn.
Are you saying that Middleton was Batman and Giannis was?
He's
Robin?
been saying that for what's it? 4 years.
There's nothing that you can say to substantiate that, Ox. You just can't do it.
We seen it.
Sure you can.
We didn't see it.
Chris Middleton was closing them games. You could absolutely
Giannis
substantiate those claims. Nah, I ain't say that.
Wait,
But Chris
closing
Middleton was
games
closing
makes you
games.
Batman? I just want to be.
That's what it sounds. That's what it
You
is.
can make the argument, yeah.
Giannis had a
Sengun was
Giannis had
Batman
about
last
4 or
night.
5.
Like, you can make
And
it.
look, in that playoff run,
I can't believe we
Giannis
had a
about
conversation.
5 humongous games that made us forget about the other times when Chris Middleton had to carry him.
Obi was Batman for Shaq.
So we leaving out the fact that when Giannis are we leaving out the fact when Giannis was actually carrying them when they ran their offense through Giannis? Giannis was their hub. Giannis was the guy who was getting all the buckets for them. And the problem that we had with Giannis was that he didn't want to go to the free throw line. That's where Middleton comes in.
Yeah,
and closes
exactly.
games.
90% free throw shooter, exactly.
Right? Is that where that comes in? But we're gonna make Middleton Batman though. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the offense through Middleton.
Batman. I didn't make him.
Yo, but hey, before we even get into this, let's bring it back to the game. Wizards or Bucks? Who do you guys have?
Bucks.
Or
Bucks
what are you
by
looking forward
Bucks by
to?
like 25.
You got them
I
smoking
don't know
Washington
about that.
tonight.
I don't think this game. I think the Bucks coming out to send a statement that hey, we're good. Now, if people gonna fall for it after a Wizards game, I don't know. But I think the Bucks are gonna start the season fast. Now, are they gonna maintain it? No, but I think the Bucks are gonna start the season. I don't know their schedule. 7-1, 8-2. Like I think they're gonna start the season really, really well. And then people in the chat, Drink More Water, is gonna be asking Ox about Giannis's MVP campaign. It's gonna be. I think that's my.
So
prediction.
really quickly, Mars, they got Washington tonight. On Friday, they got Toronto. On Sunday, they in
2-0.
Cleveland. Tuesday, they in New York. Golden State, Sacramento,
Oh
They
shit!
2-2. 3-3.
at Indiana, at Indiana,
4-3.
at Toronto.
Oh okay.
5-3.
Mars
Maybe
like
about
my bad.
7-3.
Mars like
Yeah,
my
maybe
bad.
about.
I
No,
thought they
I'm
were-
hearing. Okay, they got a couple tough ones, but I'm hearing
Bulls,
they've maybe lost 2 games right now. They've lost like 2 games.
6-3.
and then the Rockets at home.
They can beat the
6-4.
Rockets. No, they can be like based on the start. I predict 7-3, 8-2 if they're really hooping for it. I think they're gonna start
Who's
the
the
season really
Bucks?
well.
Chill. Are they more
Yeah, I
likely
think they're
to
gonna
start
start the season
2
really
and 8?
Oh,
or
we're gonna
8-2?
start off number 1 in MVP. Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
they're
that's
more
what I'm saying.
likely
Like,
to
I think they're
start
gonna start the
than
season on
2-8.
fire.
Wow.
Like for whatever reason, people seem to think that the regular season is just whoever's favored is gonna win every game. Like we don't watch
No.
every season unfold.
That's not
Like
that.
yeah, I think the Bucks are worse than the Cavs and the Knicks. I think they could beat both of them. Like I think that's entirely possible. So
May not beat the Cavs, but they can.
I agree. I wouldn't pick them to beat the Cavs. I actually think that's one of the games they're going to lose. But I
Right.
think the Bucks can start the season 7-3. I think they can start the season 7-3.
All right. One thing I'm looking forward to this game is Kevin Porter Jr. starting his most improved player campaign. Also looking forward to seeing the young players from the Wizards. See which one of them young guys takes a step forward.
Whitmore's
Maybe
debut.
tonight. Yeah. Maybe tonight might be, it might be the start of some things over there. So we'll see. But the next game that I got for you guys is the Clippers in Utah.
Oh yeah.
I know one thing is a fact, real talk. Let the Clippers go into Utah and it's turned into a dog fight. I better hear the same logic that I heard from KD about Leonard tomorrow. I bet that.
If
he goes
Leonard
away in the
is
fourth quarter,
letting,
you will hear.
I
I
don't
bet
even know
that.
who's going to be guarding Kawhi Leonard over there. Who's going to be guarding Kawhi Leonard tonight?
You see, but
Ace Bailey?
Ace Bailey.
I don't know.
Is Ace Bailey playing? Because
you
he
know
had the
Kawhi
flu.
Leonard to do to that
I
little
don't know if
boy?
Ace Bailey's playing.
Oh,
He
no.
should roast him, Ox. That's what he should do. He should
Right.
put him on
The
the
Jazz
bench.
have
saying,
one
though,
good
is that
defender on their roster, and it's Walker Kessler.
Your thirst for hatred to
think of.
to Kawhi Leonard
You got
is
some nerve talking
glaring
about
at
my
this point.
thirst for hatred for
Because-
Kawhi Leonard. When you sit up here and talk about the best player in the Eastern Conference, his team is super whack when we know for a fact that they aren't. No.
Wait. But that's
When did
not
he quit
hating
Philly
on
when?
Giannis. That's not hating on Giannis. I think Giannis is still the best player, but his team is garbage. You know what I'm saying? What's that got to do with Giannis?
Yeah,
My thing is this though, Chill. You said that if it's a close game, we need to hold Kawhi accountable like Kevin Durant. That's not the same thing. It
Why?
depends. It has to be like the process. Like, did Kawhi Leonard start off hot and then in the third, fourth, and double overtimes be nowhere to found? Because if that happens,
is
then yeah, for
bullshit.
sure. Let's talk about it.
Mm-mm.
But if Kawhi Leonard is cooking and they lose, then yeah, Kawhi, you didn't do enough, but it's not the same thing.
No.
I see the
Mm-mm.
Jazz
I'm not-
exerting defensive pressure. I'm gonna be flabbergasted.
That's what I'm saying, Mars. If I end up
That
seeing
team
them in a
can't guard
dogfight with the
anything.
Jazz, they should go in there and smoke.
Oh, Taylor
Utah
Hendricks
tonight.
Right, my fault.
They
Taylor
should go in there and smoke Utah tonight. They should.
For sure, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
the
there
next
you go.
game that also looking forward to Ace Bailey too, seeing what he looks like.
I don't know if he's playing, but yeah.
Hope he is, and if
I
not,
didn't hear
then
anything that he wouldn't be playing. I
He
didn't
had
hear
the
anything.
flu recently, so I don't know if he's gonna play, but he might be. I don't know. I can't.
that boy better take
Yeah,
some
he-
children's Benadryl. And
Yeah,
get his
not
ass on
everyone
that-
MJ.
real,
Not everyone's
Ron,
MJ. Not everyone's
For
MJ.
real.
Man, drink a glass of orange juice and get your ass off that
Pedialyte or
fucking
some shit like
basketball.
that, and let's go.
Hell no, rest up. You got to sniff.
All right, the next game. This is a good game, and it will be on ESPN. We got the San Antonio Spurs staying right in Texas, traveling up the road to Real Talk's hometown, the Dallas Mavericks.
I'm saying that.
Oh, my bad, your
Isn't
hometown,
this
San
the
Antonio.
second-
But
isn't this the second time Wemby's played the Mavs on opening night? Wasn't his
Yep,
NBA debut
yep.
against the
The
Mavs?
other one was the Luka. Yeah.
thoughts
And I
on
think
this
Luka
game,
kinda
fellas?
gave-
Predictions?
No
Anything we're looking forward
De'Aaron,
to?
no Kyrie, so both point guards missing. But one team has Magic Johnson, the other one has Sohan. Actually, I don't know who's gonna win. I couldn't foresee that. I'm just curious to see the Wemby offensive experience. Is he going to stick with the post-up intermediate stuff he was doing in preseason? Is he going to launch 9 threes like he did last year? I don't expect that to be the case, but is he? Especially with the Mavs' huge lineup, because how easy is it going to be to get paint touches for him? Curious to see how Dylan Harper looks in his debut. Very curious to see how Cooper Flagg looks in his debut. I think both teams aren't going to play particularly well, if that makes sense. Like, one of them is going to win, but I don't think you're going to see like a good performance from either team, personally. I think it's going to be a tough game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 102-96 or something. I think both teams are going to struggle to score. I don't know who's going to win. I'll probably lean Dallas, but I'm not sold either way. I just think it's going to be a low scoring game. That's my prediction.
I think this is going to be a game of possessions, and I think that Dallas should control the glass tonight because I think they got the bigger front court. I think they got more bodies in the front court, and I think they could preserve possessions. I think they can win a lot of second chance points opportunities. Defensively, I think that they could do a lot in their front court to slow down what San Antonio has. I think they handle San Antonio tonight. I don't think they smoke them, but I think they handle them tonight.
I think we get a huge game from Anthony Davis tonight. I think AD comes out and makes a statement. And I also know just from him being on the Lakers, usually when he matches up with Wembanyama, he gets busy against Wemby 9 times out of 10. I'm not going to lie. But Wemby also usually gets busy, to be fair. But I do think Dallas can give Wemby some problems with all the size on their front court. I do think they should play Wemby similarly to how OKC played KD, which is staying in front of his face guarding him, staying connected, giving him a lot of physicality. I think guys like PJ Washington, I won't even be surprised, honestly, if we see a little bit of Coop on Wemby as well, doing the same. I think I will be looking at Wemby's offensive game tonight in particular. I want to see how he looks against this front court. This is a good challenge for him. And if he excels, then, a lot to look forward to as far as the offensive game from Wemby.
What's a big game from Anthony Davis tonight in your estimation, Real Talk?
Oh, AD going 35-15 type. Yeah, we finna be hooping. Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Let's start the Anthony Davis MVP campaign. If we see that, let's start it.
He's another one who comes out seasons fast and ends
Yep.
up on MVP ladders in like the first 2 weeks.
Because let's be clear, Ron. If the best defender in the league gets 35 and 15 put on him on day one, let's start the MVP campaign. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Your defensive player of the year got 35 points on him last night.
Not on him. That's nasty. Shea scored on.
Amen
Shea
Thompson got
scored on
given
the
35.
two times last night.
No, Amen Thompson got given 35. That's right.
No.
That's how it
Hey, you
works.
can't be the
Amen
DPOY if you cramping up on the sideline.
Amen Thompson got given 35.
There's a difference between
Indirectly, he got
the defensive player
35.
and the best defensive player in the game. And the best defensive player in the game does sometimes win the defensive player of the year. Yes, that does happen.
Yeah, except
I don't think
Wemby's
Amen
never
Thompson
gonna
is the
win
best.
it, yeah.
I don't think Amen Thompson is the best defensive player in the game, though, however.
Who do you think?
All right, fellas, we got 2 more
Mobley.
games to circle. We got 2 more games to get through, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to these crunch time chats. The next thing that I got for you guys is the Sacramento Kings traveling to the Phoenix Suns. This can be quick, you guys.
Both teams missing their best player. No Jalen, no DeMontis. No Keegan. Mark Williams debut though. I'm gonna be honest.
Why is
I'm
Sabonis
picking the
not playing?
Kings. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But he's not playing. I can't remember what it is, but he's not playing. I actually don't know who I'm picking to win. I'm gonna be honest. I think this game is just gonna be. It's a game I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna pick the Kings. I'm gonna pick the Kings.
Yeah, this will be a game I'll let Ox tell me about because I'm not watching this shit. But yeah, I'll let Ox
I'm
tell
gonna
me
tell you
about
about this. I ain't gonna be watching this one.
it.
Yeah, this is the late night
Well,
game. I'm good on this one.
I'm looking forward, since it is a late night game, I'll probably be tapped into it because there won't be as many games going on at this moment in time. But I will say I'm looking forward to obviously seeing Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks on their new team, seeing what that looks like, and also
Jalen Green on the bench.
He's not playing either.
He's not
right?
playing.
He's not playing, Ron. Yeah.
Jalen Green ain't
Dylan-
even Jalen Green ain't even practicing right now. Like he's probably like
What is going on with him?
What
He
in
got
Devin
hamstring.
Booker? I'm looking forward to see Devin Booker just do
This is
Devin Booker
incredible,
things.
yo.
That's why I'm not watching the Suns yet. I only watch when Jalen Green plays. So until he back,
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'll keep an eye on the game because I do want to see Milo watch, and I do think Devin Booker's elite, and Devin Booker deserves people to watch him play basketball. So I'll keep an eye on it, but it's definitely not going to be on my main screen. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Booker
I want the
Zach
game
Levine,
finished and then
deal
go
with
to
that.
NBA.com, Mars, go to Devin Booker's field goal attempts, and then I'll watch all those clips.
Because the game I'm definitely gonna be watching is gonna be the Timberwolves and the Blazers. That's my late night game. I'm watching that one for sure.
Well, let's talk.
I want to
about
see
it. It's
if
the last
Mars-
game of the
I
night.
want-
Mars beat me to
I want to
it,
see. If,
'cause
I want to see if Doug
Yeah.
Christie is gonna.
watch that one.
I want to see if Doug Christie is gonna play the French kid. You know, that's what I want to see. If he gets. Some
Oh,
kicks,
Rayno.
Mhm.
That's his name. Yeah. I think he has no choice, right? Because who else you gonna have? Darius Saric?
No,
Drew Eubanks?
Eubanks.
Oh damn, Ox! I may have to watch y'all for Nick Clifford. I forgot. I forgot. Right?
Yeah. And without no Keegan, I think Nick is gonna get some minutes too.
Yep, he is going to get
No
some
Murray
better.
tonight.
No.
Yeah, God damn.
We didn't speak about Keegan's extension, did we?
No, we did not.
Nah.
Well, we did on Chill with Chill.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well.
Which is on Thursdays and Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. Thursdays at 4:00, Saturdays at 12:00 Eastern time,
Chill, what is-
9:00 Pacific.
There you go.
Chill with Chill. Yes, sir. Me and the big fella down here. Yes, sir. We do it. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Come
Good
check
work,
us out.
guys. Good promo. Yeah, good work.
Mm-hmm.
Is it anything else that we're looking forward to with the Blazers and the Wolves?
Oh.
Anything?
I want to see
I'm
this out. They announced their starting lineup as expected. Jeremy Grant coming off the bench. The lineup I said so: Holiday, Sharp, Tamani, Denny, and Klingon. I'm very curious to see the defense in that lineup. Sharp is obviously the weak link, but he has the tools to be competent. I want to see what Drew brings to the table as an initiator, seeing him have the ball in his hands a bit more than he had in Boston. Want to see if Denny picks up where he left off last season. Want to see if Sharp is going to be their go-to half-court scorer like I'm for shadowing. Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the word.
That is the word foreshadowing. You're
okay.
you're looking toward the future.
Like I'm expecting from him this season. Klingon's defense, he looks in better shape. And I also someone said Ant might not play. I don't know if that's true.
They say he might not play. I don't know. Yeah, because some came out like yesterday where he was saying he was questionable. I forgot what.
For what? What's wrong with him?
No clue.
I don't know. I hope Ant plays. Because I want to get the full Blazers defense experience, and I think you need to have the top 10 player on the court. But I want to see this Blazers defense more than anything. I also want to see if Yang gets in the game. I want to see how he looks against NBA competition. Rudy Gobert is going to be a hell of a welcome to the league type defender. So that's what I'm curious to see.
Anthony Edwards back. He is questionable tonight.
Okay.
Bad back at what? Was he 24? Bad back at 24?
You know what it is, Mars.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is, boy.
You're never too young to have a bad back.
But I do want
Harry
to
and Rudy
see,
big ass up and down the floor. That's what it is.
I do want to see what this Blazers team is going to look like. I've heard a lot of hype, and they're playing against a good team in the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, hey, I'm not even going to go in depth or say anything. I'm just going to say we'll see. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about it.
I'm to Mars's point about foreshadowing. I want to see how long they stick with the Mike Conley at the one spot. That's why I'm looking forward to seeing what Terrence Shannon is going to do, and if they're going to get some quality minutes from Rob Dillingham, see how much he's improved. I do think that the rook, is it Behringer? I think he's going to get some run. I think that they're going to play him.
Oh, wow.
I think that they're going to play him to see where he is playing behind Rudy. I think he's going to get some run. I also think Bones is going to get some run, and Bones is going to be like Jordan Poole. Like, he's going to come in and he's going to give you instant offense, and everybody's going to be like, Bones should be starting. Relax. Calm down. I think Julius Randle still is going to be one of their offensive hubs, and I think he can get busy against this Trailblazer team. So I'm taking Minnesota tonight over the Trailblazers because I think they're better.
I'm keeping an eye out on Terrence Shannon because I'm predicting that he's going to be kind of filling that Nickeil Alexander-Walker role that's kind of vacant right now. And so I do want to see how he performs. Can he, he seems like he can be a good driver of the ball, in spot up situations. Can he hit spot threes? That's going to be important. And can he defend at a high level? So that's going to be what I'm looking at also with that game.
All right, fellas, it's time to move on to our crunch time chats. I appreciate everybody that's watching. I appreciate even more the people that have sent through super chats. And I appreciate to the utmost everybody that is a Hall of Famer. If you are in that GOAT tier on Friday, that means that you get an opportunity to pull up and participate live on the show. We'll talk about it in our private group chat that we got with the Hall of Famers and all the panelists. But salute to you guys. All right, the first super chat that I got is from Case. Kay said, told people the Lakers aren't good. Their defense is going to be horrible. Ayton, trash. LeBron coming back won't change that there's 2 positive defenders on a 15-man roster. OKC, Denver, Minnesota, Houston, the Los Angeles Clippers, Mavs, Golden State Warriors are all better.
Yeah, I was sleeping on that Luka.
And one of your positive defenders can't play because Jared Vanderbilt offensively is a train wreck. I'm sorry.
Marcus Smart missed every shot from
anyone. Yeah, he went over 3. Anyone can watch these Jared Vanderbilt workout videos and think he can turn into a shooter. Like his first 3, I think he airballed it. And then he tried to catch a lob from Luka and do some nonsense layup. I don't know what he was doing. Like, yeah, Jared Vanderbilt touching the ball on offense is basically just a turnover.
And he's being he's actively being left open. Like he shot one in the right corner. He was wide open. Like there wasn't anybody close to him. Like he had to shoot it. And I'm thinking to myself,
Vanderbilt's presence on the court. So that's problematic. But I don't think Ayton's defense was that bad. So that's I guess.
I just want him to run the floor, Mars. That's all I want him to do.
His offense, I didn't like. His effort on the glass, hated. But his defense, I think he was playing at the level with Steph. He was making sure not to give up easy pull-up threes. He guarded Steph in isolation. He patrolled the paint. Do I think he was a rim deterrent? Not necessarily, but I don't think he was free real estate at the rim. My issues with DeAndre Ayton stemmed offensively last night, not defensively. I think his defense was fine.
DeAndre Ayton looks like he's telling himself, hey, if I'm solid defensively, to hell with the rest of the game. Like, at least I can say I wasn't ass on defense. That's kind of what he said. He said that in his statement after one of the preseason games. He was like, I'm just trying to rebound and protect the rim. JJ has wanted me to protect the rim and protect the basket as the center. So I just kind of want to be that force in the paint or whatever statement he said after the game. That was after he had a bad offensive game too. So I think his singular focus for this season is to be a good defensive player. That's looks like what his focus is.
All right, pimp named Slickback says, shout out to my boy Sengun, who's released from the shackles of Drea's Zesty Boy toy. He going for all NBA convos this year. He's special. I agree with that last part.
Him being able to operate in the confines of that spacing and knock down 5 threes, we know that's not sustainable. I do think he's probably improved his outside shot, but we know 5 threes obviously not sustainable. But seeing the spacing that the Rockets have, whether it be KD with the ball, Sengun trying to get downhill, it looks like a game from 1987. Like, it's ridiculous what I'm watching. And I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed watching the game, but the quite a few possessions where the Rockets have done nothing and there's 8 seconds on the clock and they're still outside the 3-point line. But I do think Sengun being able to operate in those confines, there was a couple interior passes he made that were nice when defenses pre-rotated. I think Sengun, I was low on Sengun last year. I think Sengun if last year you don't count as a breakout, I think this is like Sengun's breakout season per se.
DFS is going to be more valuable to this team than I initially thought, because DFS in the regular season can hit a 3 at a solid clip. And so,
he
he's
definitely
going to
helped them a lot last year.
Tari Eason can't play that bad again, by the way. Like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I like Tari. He has issues like tunnel vision, the lack of touch around the rim. Like, he has problems. But god damn, they were on full display last night. Every issue Tari Eason has was just magnified. I was like,
best defense in the league, Penn will do that to you. The best defense in the league will do that to you. So
but if Tari's there, it probably does help them. But if J-Dub's there, that's a 20-point blowout.
J-Dub changes things because their aggressive coverages
smokes them.
A lot of that changes. A lot of that changes with J-Dub.
That's not ridiculous at all.
Because they were blitzing Shea because Lou Dort was 1 pass away. If you make that J-Dub 1 pass away, you've now got J-Dub coming downhill against a slanted defense. Like, it definitely changes the equation. Or you can't guard Shea that.
I also think Topic helps a lot.
That game is over. So that's not even like that. That game is over fast too.
And J-Dub probably hits a couple of them open threes too.
I think Topic's ability to actually break down his man a little bit and actually attack a closeout would be very much welcome for how I saw the Rockets play the Thunder last night, because very often you have Lou Dort having to create off a lob dribble, and he's just not very good at it. He just doesn't know what to do with the basketball. He has no pull-up game. But at least Topic, you can get into the mid-range. You can get a little floater. He can make good connected
Whose run is
passes.
he taking, Penn? So in terms of him being in the lineup, whose run is he taking?
AJ Mitchell. Man.
Yeah, it can be AJ. AJ played great last night.
I don't know. I think
I think they played 10 guys last night.
Maybe he does take some AJ Mitchell minutes. Maybe he takes some Wiggins minutes. I don't know. But I mean, it's another thing that you have, because if you're Brad Stevens, you're reading how they're playing you. Your whole thing should be to free up your star. If you need a secondary ball handler out there and J-Dub is missing games, obviously with J-Dub, it's not necessary. You have a secondary ball handler there. He can attack and close out like Mars said. But with last night playing out how it did with J-Dub being out, I think Topic would have helped a lot last night. Just release some pressure,
The next super chat I got is from Alan L. Allen L said, Luka had a good roster for a season and a half. Free my GOAT and send him to Beantown.
It is actually crazy, like, that Luka looks like we're in 24 again, and it's not going to matter in any kind of MVP conversation because the Lakers aren't going to be good enough. So
LeBron's going to be back. Why are y'all so like? Don't be so.
It's one game,
just pessimistic, real talk. Like,
well, I'm not as high on the Lakers in general, Bron or not.
Yeah, I was saying this before the season. I'm including Bron. Now, does Bron help? Absolutely. I'm not one of these people that's like, LeBron doesn't really help. I'm not saying that. That's dumb. He's LeBron James. But it's still like it's so 3-star dependent, bro. It's 3-star dependent, and usually when you're that dependent on particular players offensively, you want to also be able to rely on some kind of great defense, but they don't have that part either. So it's like, hey, Luka, Austin, and LeBron, can y'all outscore these teams on a night-to-night basis? And because they're that good, sometimes they are going to do it. But a lot of the teams better than them in the West, and this is what I was saying, is they all have a strong defensive foundation. We are the only team that's looked at as really good in the Western Conference that doesn't have that. All these other teams are good defensively.
Is JJ Redick a bad coach, or at least a little bit overrated as a coach?
I don't think there's the talent, though. I don't know.
The athleticism, real talk, you were talking about, I did see that last night.
Yeah,
I did see the lack of that last night. I did see that. I was like, yo, this team looks slow. They look lethargic. They don't really look like I'm getting a lot of stuff above the rim. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of athletes out there like I thought I would.
They need to get that dude Thero guy playing.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to be good, too. He can't even be a regular rookie. He has to be
dude is going to make Luka's life so much easier. That dude is going to he's really underrated, man. The way that he grew last year in collegiate basketball, he was one of my sleeper picks in this draft. I'm a very big fan. He's such an explosive athlete. He reminds you a little bit of Jonathan Kuminga at times. He does a little bit of Kuminga-isms, but I think he just plays more within himself. And with the amount of attention that this version of Luka is going to get, this MVP adjacent version, I think a dude can clear up he can just add some athleticism for you, you know? And you just need athletes next to Luka. You need active, high motor, intelligent athletes who know how to cut.
Yep.
So, yo, Big Ox, I feel bad for the kid already.
Why?
Not only does he have to play, but he has to be
He
good.
gonna save the Lakers. He gonna save the Lakers.
He's gonna be
buddy,
a fan favorite.
just request a trade right now, because
And
I'm
he
not
thinks
saying
they're
he's not
Jake
good.
LaRavia off the court.
Man,
Get Jake LaRavia off the court.
Jake LaRavia is not good.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
he's not. Yeah, he's not.
all right, the last
Yeah,
super chat
underrated
before we
shots,
jump
brother.
into our throwback segment. I can't wait to bring this back. I've been waiting for years. But Andre Q said, chill. I love him, man. Been watching the Twins for years, but if they plan on winning any series, they need a real guard. Reed is also far from ready, in my opinion.
They actually have one, and it's Amin Thompson.
Can't shoot, Joe.
That's fine.
Can't
Y'all
throw
saw
any
Amin
passes.
look, Amin was the problem to y'all last night.
I don't think
we'll
the
revisit
the
this
list
in
of problems.
a couple
I think
months.
the biggest issue I think was Reed Shepherd, but I think the overall roster relying on Amen to be the point guard is a problem. But I don't think that's an Amen problem. Does that make sense?
Mars, you're
Yeah.
a big fan of both these
wasn't-
players, Amen and Ben Simmons, right? Both suffer from
Yeah.
similar things. How do you compare them as lead initiators? Because I think that Ben Simmons,
Ben's
for all
much-
of his
Ben's
warts,
much
was
better.
a very pardon.
Ben was much better.
Ben Simmons is a better point guard than Amen Thompson.
Much better.
What is this something that Amen can bridge? Is kind of my question at this point.
Well, number
Like,
one, he looks at the basket way more.
Yeah,
than
he's more
Ben
aggressive.
Simmons.
So like he has the
Look
advantage
at
of
the
he's
basket,
willing to
gets
get
downhill.
downhill and collapse.
I don't think
it
he's the
defense.
distributor that Ben is. I'm
He's
not
He's not.
gonna.
He's
I'm
also
not gonna
not
argue that
smart as
point.
Ben Simmons was.
How many times last night did we see the ball just being at the top of the arc, right? With the men having the ball, Sengun over here, somebody else over here, and it's just nothing's happening. And then a man passes the ball over to one of these guys and gets out the way. But there's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. There's no initiation. Like Amin Thompson is not a point guard yet. Now there are times when I've seen Amin Thompson doing what I was saying, getting downhill, getting to a couple floaters, whatever, scoring. I'm liking that. Amin can do that. What I'm saying is you can't slow down the offense with Amin Thompson as your point guard. That's all I'm saying. You got to speed it up. Amin has to get off of that ball quick and get out the way. Maybe giving the ball to Sengun right here, setting a down pick for KD, bringing him off the baseline to catch the ball.
That actually worked yesterday, Ox. Only except to Mars's point, How difficult is it to throw an entry pass?
Well, chill.
Shit is blowing my mind.
I told you.
Maybe that's the set.
Chills
This
comes
he's
from an
asking
era
for the
where
ball
that was
right here. Give him the ball.
Yeah, chill comes from an era
Chill,
where
but that's
entry
the
passes
set,
were
though. You
taught.
gotta have.
Players today.
Let's say if you're gonna play whoever the shooter is, if you want to have a shooter over on this wing over here, you put a shooter over on this wing. You put Sengun or somebody over here.
Yeah.
Amin kicks the ball over there, sets the down pick for KD to come get the ball, and Amin stays on that baseline dunker spot, and they can work from there. KD can work right there, kick it to the shooter if he goes this way because you gotta help. Like they can run something like that. Amin can't be at the top of the key dribbling the ball. Chill. There's just
okay, that
can't
part,
do that.
That part that I could get with. However, when Sengun is in the mid post, so Sengun is at the box, and he's got his man sealed where he's got Alex Caruso on his right hip, and he's got his left hand out, and he's asking for the ball. Ox, when I was a kid, up fake, throw the ball in the post. The big fella is in the post. He's asking for the ball. That's where his hand is. You got the ball here. Fire the ball in the post. This isn't difficult, and I can appreciate defensive pressure, right? I definitely can appreciate hands in your face, stuff like that. But it's basic stuff like swinging through, up fake, use your weak hand, throw the ball in the post.
Chill, that's
Swing
hard.
through, up fake. No, it's not.
No, chill. Hold on, chill.
It's not.
It's hard. It's hard because these super talented basketball players don't have any fundamentals. When you don't work on the IQ of the game, when you don't work on the fundamentals of the game, and you go into a gym for 2 hours and you spend an hour and 45 minutes doing tween behind the cone, step back, triple step back, spin behind the one leg jumper. Oh, look at that. You can't make entry passes though. You're fucking garbage. That's what you are.
Tomorrow's
All right,
point,
fellas.
it's something that needs to be more consistent. That's all. Definitely.
All right, we are going to move on into a classic throwback Player's Choice special segment. We used to do it back in the day. I know a lot of you guys probably didn't watch back in the pandemic days. A lot of you guys probably didn't watch back in 2021, 22. But we had a special segment, and it was called Players Court. And I know you guys are very familiar with the PCL. Well, the PCL is a spinoff of Players Court. And this is how it works. You have one panelist versus the next panelist. And one person gets 40 seconds and the other person gets 40 seconds. And whoever makes the more compelling argument will move on. And we will do this in a tournament style format until there's one person standing. So I asked you guys for an order. Now, I know we only have 5 people up here, but this is how we're going to do. We are going to do like a play-in format where Mars, you are the PCL champion. So as of today, you will be the person that gets a first round bye. Well, you don't necessarily get a first round bye. You just don't get a play-in. Real Talk and Chill, you two also fared pretty well in a PCL last time. So I will give you guys
championship. I lost in game 7.
You guys won't have to play in, but you guys will face each other on the other side of the bracket.
Games, brother. I got robbed. What are you talking about?
You got robbed. I got robbed. I'll bust Jordan ass in that PCL.
Well, Ox and Pin, unfortunately, it will have to be you two that will be squaring off in the first round. The winner will go against Mars, and then we'll jump over to Chill and Real Talk. And then once again, the last person standing will win. But let me go ahead and change this format. We're working on some things.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There's the time.
My man set the tree.
All right. Hey, chat.
Here we go.
What I need from you guys is I have some pretty good questions, but you know me being who I am, I might not have the best questions. So if you guys have anything that you guys would like for any of these guys to debate, type in your questions in the chat and I will certainly ask if it is a good question. So let's go ahead and get into it. And no, we are not doing this instead of the PCL. This is one of our weekly segments that we will be doing on the panel. But the PCL will certainly be coming in November. I'll have more information on that here pretty soon. I'm still trying to figure out my cut from the prize. Once we get that all settled, then we'll know what's going on. But
and
as of right now,
of your cut.
Huh?
My 15% of your cut.
That's neither here nor there. As of right now, would any of you guys volunteer to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Ox is going first. The question is, who will be more impactful for their team this year? Karl Anthony Towns or Evan Mobley Ox, you get to choose first, and Pin, you get to rebuttal with however you want to rebuttal. Ox, your time will start when you start. You guys already know the rules of the PCL. Let's get into it. This is the players' court.
I think Evan Mobley will undoubtedly easily be more impactful for his team's success. Seeing as they have those small guards out there, I think a lot of teams are going to try to pick on them with bigger wings, and Evan Mobley's going to have to step up and take those fades pretty much. When you look at the New York Knicks, they got guys like OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges that can cover up, as well as Mitchell Robinson that can cover up for Karl-Anthony Towns' lack of defense. So where Karl-Anthony Towns might be a little better on the offensive end, Evan Mobley's defense alone is going to impact the Cavaliers, and he's going to have to step up. He's going to have to play great against guys like Paolo on the wing, Franz Wagner, all the big wings in the NBA, Jalen Johnson, the guys that could pick on the smaller guards.
All right.
Damn,
that is Ox's round. Pin.
Give me a minute.
Pin, talk to us. Your time will start when it starts. Well, when you start.
Okay. So I completely understand that Evan Mobley is very important to the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers got some big dreams. But in a new offense that is, heavily going to be run on motion, I think Karl-Anthony Towns could be more impactful than Evan Mobley. For starters, I think Cat has never really been able to unlock himself as a passer. And I think with Mike Brown, he might be able to unlock those advantages. Number two, he's a spacing cheat code as possibly and arguably and probably definitely the greatest shooting big of all time. The amount of space that he is going to be able to create for all of the drivers. So if he is locked in on that end, now the only question I have is, can you be 7 feet tall on defense? Forget Mitchell Robinson. I need you to buy in defensively. I think he's going to do it this year, and he's going to be great.
All right. You guys will be the judges in the chat. I'm running a poll right now. Who won this round? Pin versus Ox. You guys will get a minute.
Ron, that's it?
Yeah, I mean, the timer's supposed to be actually a minute, but 40 seconds. Hey, man. Hey,
so we don't get 2 40-second rounds?
Nah, this isn't the PCL. This is players' court. This is how it initially was.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Ox, you don't remember players' court?
I wasn't around in those days.
I forgot.
Remember,
you were still in the G League at that point.
I came at the end of 22. Remember?
Okay. Oh yeah, when you liberated us. Yeah.
Yeah. I saved y'all was all boxed up in the corner. I had to come through a wreck shit for you. You're welcome.
The poll is up. Y'all make sure you get over there and vote. You have about 30 more seconds to make that happen.
Pin, if you vote for me, I'll vote for you.
Chill and real talk. You guys are next. Remember, you guys can always send me questions, and we will use those questions. As a matter of fact, this is the next question that we're gonna do from Petty Hardaway. All right, Big Ox, you won the poll, so you will be moving on to the next round to face Mars. Next up, real talk. I'm gonna let you go first. At their best, who is a better defender, Draymond or Kawhi? Real talk. Your time will start when you do.
Ooh, damn.
All righty. So this is going to be a fun topic. So I'm going with Draymond Green. The reason why I'm going with Draymond Green is the mere fact that he is number one, arguably one of the most versatile defenders the NBA has ever seen. And during that dynasty, there's a reason why Steph Curry was able to exist on the court for those championships, and that was because of Draymond Green. Draymond Green was great at the rim. He was great in isolation. He was great in rotation. He was a better communicator than Kawhi Leonard on the defensive end. And so when Draymond Green was on the court for a lot of the seasons, they were a top 10, very much so top 5 defense on the court. When he was on the court and when he was off, they would drop off tremendously. So I'm going with Draymond Green because of the versatility.
The biggest problem that Draymond Green has is not only is he a disruptor on the court, but he's also a disruptor of his unit, which means he can get thrown out of games, and that completely destroys their defense. You don't have to worry about that with Kawhi Leonard. In fact, when Kawhi Leonard is on the floor, he's disrupting the other team's offense, and he's not going to be a deterrent on any level. His hands are busier, great at challenging shots. He's not as good off the ball, but on the basketball, arguably the best defensive player in the game, one of the best guard rebounders, great at his anticipatory skills were fantastic. And I think that him being as switchable as he was during that time, I think that he disrupted way more defenses. And I can rely on him more as a defender to be on the floor as opposed to Draymond Green.
All right, y'all. This poll is going up. Who won this round? Chill versus Real Talk. You guys already know what to do.
Hey,
Go
Ox.
vote. You have a minute.
Ox, you're welcome.
What's-
I chose Draymond, so Chill would have to say positive words about Kawhi.
I mean, he used most of that time to say negative words about Draymond.
About Draymond Green?
Yeah, he still ain't really saying much positive about Kawhi.
But I mean, really though, real talk, both y'all are Kawhi haters, so
I'm not a Kawhi hater. I'm not.
Mm.
As much as you think I am, Ox, I'm not a Kawhi hater at all. I think I actually love Kawhi Leonard. I just think he made a glass. That's all.
yeah. Nah, chill. It's a fact. It's just what you say. You're just not as high on him as I am.
Yeah.
All right, y'all go to the poll. Let me know who won that round, Chill or Mike. And one of them will move on.
Chill or who?
What?
Yeah, Chillo Mac. You heard him.
Yeah, Mike versus
My
Mike.
bad, my
too.
bad. Chill versus Real
Mike.
Talk. All right, we got a couple more minutes or a couple more seconds. While we're doing that, the next question, Mars and Ox, that you guys will get is who has a better chance of making the play-in? The
Between
Hornets or the Wizards?
okay.
Let's have some fun, y'all. Let's have a little fun.
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, Chill. It looks like you are advancing. Sorry, Real Talk. Maybe next time.
Crazy question, Ron. Could we get something realistic?
Not yeah, you believe in one of the teams.
Oh wow.
All right, Big Ox, your time starts when you do. Talk to me.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Hornets. It's an easy question for me, easy answer. My best player is better than your best player. I think we can go off LaMelo Ball being the best player on both of these teams. The Hornets, they shoot the ball enough, and I think in this NBA, when you shoot that many threes, it can balance things out. So on days when they're hot, they can win games. Also, I think Nipple is going to help open up that offense for the Hornets. So it can allow LaMelo to be a real point guard that we've been wanting to see. Brandon Miller, I expect big things from him. And that Wizards team is just so bad. It's just so bad. Like we ranked them the worst team in the NBA for a reason. Mars ranked them there too, so he can't lie now. They're terrible.
Mars?
Yeah, I'm not about to lie. I'm also picking the Hornets. When I look at the Charlotte Hornets team, I think when you look at it from a perspective of what's going on in the Eastern Conference, they have a top tier talent in LaMelo Ball. The only question with him is health, but we've seen how good he is when fully healthy. He actually leads offenses that are actually quite productive. The only concern with them is how do they fare when he's not on the court. But if we're going to say probabilities, we're obviously assuming health for both teams. When you look at Brandon Miller, one of the best shooters in the NBA, one of the best movement shooters in the NBA. You add Miles Bridges, who's a dynamic scorer. You have a lot of weapons in Charlotte. The only question is how healthy can they maintain? But if they are a healthy team, we've already seen in the LaMelo Ball era, they've made the play-in twice. So I actually think their odds aren't that far off. Washington have absolutely no chance.
All right, I'm running a poll right now. You guys let me know.
You
who
thought
won
I
this
was
round.
picking the Wizards.
no.
You've
Hell
lost
no.
to a man.
Hell no. I object. You cannot do that. That is not proper debating. You asked the question.
I agree, but I wasn't about to pick the Wizards.
That's 100% proper debate. I
No,
can
it's
just make a
not.
better
No,
argument
it's
than you do.
You
That's
cannot
all.
do that. You cannot do that.
Yes, I can.
If
You could have definitely picked Mobley.
Hold on,
Just
Chill, hold on,
put a better
hold on.
argument
This don't
together.
got nothing to do with you, Chill. Hold on.
Honestly,
If you
now
are,
that I'm
if you are a defense attorney and you argue for the prosecution, your ass will be fired. You cannot.
That's fine. Let Ox win. That's fine. I have no
You cannot
problem.
do
I weren't about to pick the Wizards. I
So
have
he
no
forfeited.
problem with Ox winning. I weren't about to pick the Wizards.
Basically, you forfeited, Ryan.
Yeah, I guess pretty much. Yeah, I'm not.
That's fine.
That is a great strategy, however, because I can.
The
I
Wizards
can
ain't
pick the same
making no
thing that
damn
you pick and just
play-in.
make a
What we
better
talking
argument.
Yeah, the Wizards ain't making no damn play-in.
Oh, that was crazy.
I was
Like,
like,
you
wait a
would
minute,
said
what the hell?
someone else. Like, oh
Nah,
damn,
I
I wasn't about
object.
to pick the Wizards.
I object.
Like I just said yesterday, the Wizards are trying to lose games. Like, what do you want me to do?
You literally just said that yesterday, Mars. That they
I
were
think
they
you could
were
argue
actively
Wizards.
tanking.
I think you can argue the Wizards.
Yes.
I'm be honest.
I
think
can
you
argue anything, but I don't want to argue the
Yeah.
Wizards. So
On top of that,
actually,
Mars, you're good enough to argue the Wizards. You should have did that, bro. You robbed us.
I didn't want to.
How about that?
You could just talk about how dysfunctional that Charlotte situation could be. You could talk about the growth potentially of Alex Sarr, and you could also talk about the other fact that the other team doesn't have a center, bro.
The Wizards are
I like
terrible,
Ryan
man.
Kalkbrenner.
I know.
I also
They
love
got
Musa
CJ
Diabate,
McCollum.
so I would never do
LaMelo
that.
Yeah,
Ball is
they
I
do.
would never disrespect Musa Diabate. So
Pin. That's why as soon as I heard
Ox
the
won
topic,
50. The fact that I got 49% is crazy. But
as soon as I heard the topic, that's I got the Wizards. I'm going first. I got the Hornets. I can't.
I knew what you was gonna do. I knew you weren't gonna pick the Wizards, despite what you be saying on here. So I was like, I'm gonna just pick the Hornets too. I wasn't about to pick the Wizards. There was no way.
I'm just thinking for real. Chill really got off an availability argument, arguing for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything to. I didn't want to say anything to skew the vote, so I stayed quiet. But I was like,
100%.
okay.
He was available. Yes, he was.
That's fire. That's fire, Chill. That's incredible.
All right, y'all. Well, Chill has advanced. Real Talk was snubbed yet again. Ox has advanced due to technicalities. And we are now in the championship between Chill and Ox. The question that I will be asking you guys.
Put the background all around.
Please do that.
Hold on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let them get they show up.
Chill with Chill, just so you guys know, on Thursdays at 4:00 Eastern time, 1:00 Pacific, and 12 o'clock Eastern on Saturday, 9:00 Pacific. Come check us out. We're not hard to find.
We're throwing the leaves. There you go. All right. Here we go. We in effect. All right. You guys already know the drill. You got 40 seconds each. The question that I will be asking you guys for this round is, who has more offensive responsibilities? Oh, and by the way, Chill will be going first. Ox will be going second. Who has more offensive responsibilities? Cade Cunningham or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Interesting. I think it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, because Giannis, in addition to him being one of the best transition players in the game, he's also their draw and kick guy. He's their guy that plays on the box. He plays with the basketball in his hands on the perimeter. He's their hub. He doesn't screen very well, but he dives really well, though. And he also plays really good in the mid-range. In addition to him doing that, he gets the ball off the glass and he's going with it and he's looking for other guys. He's their main scorer. He's their best offensive rebounder. He's their best passer. He's their best offensive player all the way around the floor. They need him to do almost everything. They operate their offense through him, and he's their best scorer. So when I think about offensive responsibilities, I think that it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Big Ox, talk to us.
K's gonna have the ball more. Giannis at least has other guards out there who they might not be great guards, but yet they are guards. It's not really difficult to drive and kick the ball to open shooters when you're going to have three people that come and surround you. K has to not only score 26 points a game, but he also has to get his other teammates involved. K has to look for his shooters. He has to look for Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson isn't penetrating anything. You got guys like Tobias Harris, who's not taking advantage of smaller guys. Cade has to create these advantages for everybody on his team. Jaden Durant, Beef Stew, he has to create all of those advantages for them and also score 27 points. So it's easily Cade.
All right, y'all. I am running the poll right now. Talk to me. Let me know who won this championship round. Big Ox or Chilltown Hoops. This is the Players Court, and it was a pleasure to bring it back. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see who won. Polls up.
I wasn't around when the Players Court came around. I had just got traded to the unit. I had just signed my free agent contract that next season. So I had just got on the crew. So this is new to me. This was dope. This was definitely dope.
I think that was
we'll come back better. We'll come back better next time.
Yep.
I think every question was good except that nonsense Wizards question.
That was insane.
Well,
you could have gave me the Nets. I could have made a case for the Nets, but like
he can't justify it because he literally just said yesterday that the Wizards going to suck.
I could easily make a case for the Nets over the Wizards. Absolutely.
Am I correct to assume that you have sold all of your Bilal Coulibaly stock? Just it's gone.
Because you definitely were selling us Bilal Coulibaly when the draft came out. He's loving that kid.
Loving is a stretch, but I saw the upside. But we're going into year 3, and he's still one of the worst offensive players in the NBA. So I don't know. I guess I'm not invested. I'm the only young guys over there who I think can impact winning this year is like Keyshawn George. Everyone else, I think, is
respect, Bud. Thank you.
I don't think Bob is that good. I'm not moved by a guard who can only create shots in the mid-range. Like, I'm just not moved. You can't get downhill.
That's crazy.
Karl-Anthony Towns is listed doubtful for tonight.
Double gender, nice.
And before we get into that, Pin, We will talk about Karl Anthony Towns potentially not playing tonight. Before we do that, Big Ox, you won the first session of Players Court.
Done 51-49
Who's
twice.
cooking today?
You bet he's
Mm.
squeaking through these wins.
Ooh.
God damn.
I would like to thank the chat for always holding the man of the people. It's not easy being a man of the people for most people, but it's easy for me. Easy for me to be a man of the people. Just holding it down for y'all. Thank you. I love
Ox,
you.
like I always say, Ox, I have yet to see the commissioner come up to the podium and go, "Congratulations, barely NBA champions." I have yet to hear him say that. So,
Yeah.
Facts.
It'll be
All right,
funny if
fellas,
he does say that one year.
Before we talk about Karl Anthony Towns, I do want to give our splash of the day, sponsored by Splash Sports. Pin, would you like to take the reins? Who you got for splash of the
Absolutely.
day?
Luka Doncic. So Luka has had some incredible performances on opening night. Obviously, his rookie season, he put up 10 points. That wasn't great, but second season, 34 points, 32 points. But last night, he scored the most points he has ever scored on an opening night, 43 points. It is historical for many reasons. Number one, it is the second most points scored on an opening night by a Laker. Chilltown Hoops, would you like to guess who was the first?
a Laker
On opening night.
on opening
Oh,
night.
you know who it is.
Jamal?
Come on, chill.
Is it Bryant?
Yes, it is. Kobe Bryant. Now, where would you estimate 43 points by Luka Doncic ranks among all-time players on opening night? Top 20, top 30, top 40, top 50?
Maybe top 20.
You are correct. It is the 19th most points ever scored by a player on opening night. And here are the players who've scored more. It's a nice little trip down memory lane. Wilt Chamberlain, 56 points in 1962. Michael
That was the
Jordan,
most?
54 in 89. Elgin Baylor, 52 points in 1959. Kyrie Irving, 50 points in 2019. Anthony Davis with the Pelicans. 2016, he scored 50 points.
And he missed
Michael
the-
Jordan again in 86, 50 points. Wilt Chamberlain again, 61, he scored 48 points. Alex English, 47 points. Kiki I always struggle with his last name. Vandaway,
Kiki Vandaway.
47 points. Jaylen Brown, 46 points in 2021. Monta Ellis,
JB.
shout out to my guy Monta Ellis, 46 points in 2010. Dale Ellis, 46 points in 1988. World Be Free, 46 points in 1979. Kobe Bean Bryant in 2007, 45 points. Latrell Sprewell in 1997 for the Golden State Warriors at the time, 45 points. James Harden in 2020 with the Rockets, 44 points. Ja Morant, 44 points in 2020 as well. And Jerry Stackhouse in the year 2000 with the Detroit Pistons, 2020. Luka is now tied for 19th with Jalen Rose, Walt Bellamy, Wilt Chamberlain. 43 points.
Not bad.
That's
Not
the
bad
splash
at all.
of the
Shout
day.
out. Shout out Luka coming through with the splash of the day. And shout out to everybody that has joined our NBA Player Survivor over on Splash Sports. Once again, you have about 5 hours to join this competition. It will start the deadline will be today at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And once again, this is a contest where you select 2 players on the first day, and then you select the alternate. All 3 players must be on different teams. And if either of your primary players don't score 20 or more points, or if they do, your entry advances. If they don't, you will be done in the competition. And the last person standing at the end of the day gets this grand prize on the screen of $2,500. You guys, there's limited spots left. I'm looking at it right now. It's only about 30 spots left. So if you are trying to get in, you better hurry up and get over there. Scan this QR code, click the link in the bio, join the competition, and solidify your spot in getting 2,500. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. All right, fellas. Karl Anthony Towns. Let's talk about it. He has been downgraded to doubtful with, it looks like, a quad strain. And there's increased pessimism for his status today. Thoughts on this?
I got the Cavs winning the game.
I do
Had
too.
the Cavs winning the game to begin with.
I did too.
So did
And
I.
now that Not a no call, Anthony Towns. I mean, this is a significant injury, especially for a big guy. Like, what does this mean moving forward? Like, I know that this is just for tonight, but what does this mean moving forward? Is this something that's going to be a problem lingering during the season? Because if it is, this could definitely be detrimental to the Knicks. It could be huge for them.
Soft tissue is tough because they don't have Mitchell Robinson tonight either. So
Right. So no Mitchell Robinson
Yeah.
now, no Cat. Yeah, Cleveland serves them. I
yeah,
don't think they
have
beat them.
Chill,
I think
how do
Cleveland serves them.
How do you feel about, because I know earlier when we said that about Ant,
Excuse me.
you kind of looked a certain way. I saw the reaction that you had, and now Cat is out. How do you feel like when these players, even before game one, are missing games? Like, do you think there's something to that, or do you think it's just a coincidence, or like what is your opinion on that?
Well, number one, I don't believe in coincidence. I don't think the things just happen. That's number one. Number two, we're at the beginning of the season, right? And at the beginning of the season, I'm in the best shape that I could possibly be in, right? I should be ready for the season. Like, we could have this conversation, real talk, in January when a month or two into the season where I am getting beat up a little bit, but I don't really play that much in the preseason. The summer has just passed. I've gotten myself in great shape. I'm ready to go. The season's opened up. I should be ready on opening night. There shouldn't be a reason why. I mean, even when we in practice, I've gotten myself in the kind of shape where I should be ready to go on opening night. Unless it's something catastrophic, I should be ready to play. Like a sore knee. I mean, that's part of it. A sore knee. If there's nothing torn or nothing broken, I should be playing on opening night.
I hear you.
Yes, Mars, I should be.
I'm not about to. I don't like arguing injuries. No. Okay.
I know how you feel about injuries, Miles. I know that, a lot of times when we're talking about, later on in life, 20 years down the line, yeah, I can definitely appreciate that. But if it's something that's manageable, because injuries are part of the game. And if it's something that, like my ankle, if it's something that's manageable, I'm not just going to play because I'm making a lot of money. If I can't hardly walk, I mean, that's different. But if it's something where, this is manageable, I got a sore ankle, take me up, I'm ready to go. If I got a bad back, and not a bad back where y'all can hardly walk, but I got to go out there. I don't want to turn into Larry Bird. No, I don't want to do that. But if it's something that's manageable, especially on opening night, I should be able to go.
But what if the thought process to that though is, okay, it's something that's like, it's insignificant right now, but if we ask you to continue to like try to play on it, it can get worse. So how about we just kind of nip this in the bud right now? You sit out, you miss the first couple of games, you miss a week or two, but if we do that, it could not be a problem moving forward. Whereas if you playing with these little Knicks, even to begin the season, and now you steady playing 35, 40 minutes on the ankle, you know what I'm saying? This could have been resolved in a week or two if we just kind of sat you down. But now this is lingering on until January and February because we're asking you to play through it. And now this is still a problem.
Fair enough. But again, this is opening night. So this is something that we're going to manage. So I can go opening night, and then we don't play. Today's Wednesday. We don't play again until Saturday. I might be able to sit out Saturday, and then I can go again on Monday when we play. And then I can basically get managed at that point. Because like you said, if it's something that's going to get worse, significantly worse, that's why, on days off when we got practice, I'm getting treatment and things like that. And again, if it's not something that's torn, if it's not broken, I am playing on opening night, and then we'll manage it moving forward. We'll manage my minutes. We'll manage the games that I play. We'll manage how much I'm out there. That way I can have a better idea of how I'm going to get better, as opposed to if this is something that's significant right now, like I said, something torn, something broken, then I shouldn't be on the floor. As opposed to if it's something that's to Mars's point of soft tissue. All right, if it's a quad strain, if I could go tonight, I'll go. But then we can manage it later on. In a couple of days, I'll see how I feel. If I can't go, I bet. If I need to sit down, I'll sit down. Then we'll monitor it from there. In a couple of days, if I can go, I'll go. But on opening night, I should be able to go.
This is out, and to the rest of the panel, this is actually now, because I'm wondering when did the injury occur? Because that quote of, I don't know what I'm doing offensively, well, is that due to lack of practice time because you had an injury occur and now you're not getting the reps in new said offense? like now that's kind of making me think about that. Like, when did the injury take place? And now is that a quote due to the fact that he didn't have much on-court practice time because he was already trying to nurse this injury, getting ready for the start of the season?
And how significant was the injury? Because I could play my way through injury. Like again, I keep bringing up the idea of torn ligaments or broken bones. If it's not something that's that significant, I can play through that and manage the pain where it's not going to get as bad as people may think it's going to get. So to Mars's point about Cat straining his quad, okay, it's a quad strain. All right, well, it's not torn. It's not. I don't think it's going to get any worse. You wrap this thing up. Some ibuprofen, and all right, I'm ready to go. No doubt. I know this ain't 1965, Mars, but I'm ready to go. Yes.
You said a calf strain, Chill?
Calf,
quad strain.
not your calf, a quad strain, not a calf. I'm sorry, a quad, because I don't play with calf muscles. No, I don't. A
Quad strain, you can't. I don't agree with playing through that.
I don't play with soft tissue injuries, and I'm also not gonna say it's not gonna get worse if I don't know the extent of anything. Anytime you have a soft tissue injury, doing physical activity usually makes it worse. That's normally how it works.
Especially opening night, Chill. I don't think there's any reason to push through strains and pulls and stuff like that. Because a quad, you tear your quad, that's the season. You know what I mean? Or a huge chunk of
Boogie tore his quad on was it the Lakers he tore his quad? Or was it the Warriors he tore his quad?
It was the Warriors.
Boogie tore his quad.
Yes.
Is it possible that with Cat out, they just play a very different style of basketball because he's such a huge part of what they do offensively, and maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers just aren't quite prepared for it? Like, this wouldn't be the first time that we've just seen. First of all, we're already not prepared for what the Knicks are going to do because they have a new coach, right? Now, number two, you take the second best player out of it. Maybe Mikal, OG, we see, they still got plenty of talent, man. And they're at home. Yeah. It's the Garden. It's home openers. So I don't think
their five man's going to be who? Yabusele?
Well, we about to find out. Yabusele versus DeAndre Ayton. The debate continues. We about to find out.
I guess so. Yeah.
And if Yabusele scores 20, I'm gonna be unbearable tomorrow.
They got Hook Porty and Trey Jameson. Like, they got some serviceable bodies.
They got some two individuals. They got some two individuals. They got some tall individuals for sure.
But I mean, the Knicks are a good team.
You just let OG run the floor and you play Josh Hart and Jordan Clarkson.
Mm-hmm. Josh Hart's not playing, so that's good.
Oh, that's right. Well, Jordan Clarkson.
No Mitchell Robinson, no Josh Hart, maybe no Cat.
No Mitch either.
What's going on
already?
That's why I'm saying, like, God, that they have no bigs.
You can't blame Tom Thibodeau now either.
Huck Porty.
No, it's residue. It's Tom residue. It's Tom residue. This is Tom residue.
They're still recovering later. They getting the injuries on the back end.
Okay. Exactly.
Oh, they got PJ Tucker.
Stop.
Right, I've seen him
play center before.
I have seen him play center. Let me see PJ Tucker open.
You didn't see him play center at 40 years old, Ron. You didn't see him do that.
He on the team for a reason. He got to be ready to play.
He's on the team. He's on the team like Flacco was on the team in Cleveland. Flacco was supposed to be a dude carrying a clipboard. Like, get these young boys out there. I ain't supposed to be playing. I'm supposed to be mentoring. That's what I'm here for.
Flacco was getting busy though.
Yeah, I'm about to say
because he had to.
His salary says New York Knicks player, so he better be ready to play.
And you know what you know what I am supposed to be doing on this roster? I'm the adult in the room. That's what I am. Yeah,
room guy. Yeah,
that's what I am. I'm that guy.
Udonis Haslem played in his last year.
Yeah, he played when they were up 30. Yeah.
Nah, he started a game against Orlando. I remember. He started a game.
Was that the last game of the season? Something nuts like that.
Besides the point, he started.
Yeah. All right,
I know one thing. Evan Mobley better be that by far and away the best big on the court tonight. I do know that.
Get him, big fella.
By far and away the best big.
Get him, big fella.
Before we get into these crunch time chats, is there anything that you guys would like to circle back to and address from earlier in the show? Or is it any? Actually, I'm sorry. There is a young superstar in the making. He has entered his first year in college. He plays for the Duke Blue Devils. His last name is Boozer because he is the son of a former NBA player called Carlos Boozer. How do we feel about Swiper's son, Cameron Boozer?
It's crazy. I got this, Ron. He's the best basketball player in college basketball today. I told y'all this before. I've been telling y'all this for a while now. He's just great. He can do everything on the basketball court. He's big, he's strong, he's smart, and he's ready to ball. He's NBA ready already. Right. He's the obvious number one pick, and if you don't pick him number one, you are probably going to lose your job.
Damn, we what?
I was either
When's the draft? June? We're what? 8 months?
Yeah,
away.
Did y'all have an AJ segment? I'm sorry. When
No,
I am
I
asking.
think AJ's game.
we talked about AJ.
I think
we had an
we have
AJ
spoken- I think
segment.
AJ's game.
This
I think
is
AJ's
not
game
a
was before the
segment.
weekend, to
This
be fair.
is the. I mean, technically,
This is him
you can't say
passing. This is him
segment.
passing
you-
7
you-
times.
What are
You sent me the breakdown for this show, and you said Cam Boozer glaze session 28 minutes minimum. 28 minutes. That's what you bracketed 28 minutes. You set aside 28 minutes to glaze Cam Boozer for dunking over some dudes who are not NBA players. My God.
Oh,
Who
so
did
the
they take
Nebraska
off the play?
Cornhuskers were NBA players?
I think the top
That's
3
right.
of this
I've
draft
seen
has the
AJ
potential
go
to
up
be
against NBA
generational.
players.
That's what I'm saying.
I've seen AJ get cooked by other guys that are supposed to be NBA players just right down the street at the Hoop Summit. Mind you, the Hoop Summit tickets are already for sale right now. Make sure you get you some. But anyway,
Are you getting a cut of that? Are
To
you,
the
are you on the sales
children,
tab?
to the children at home, to the kind folks at home,
just
please
saying, no, I'm
clip
just-
these segments
promoting people
of
to watch
Cam Boozer
basketball,
is
right? I
better
want-
than AJ
I want
Debansa. If
people-
you don't pick AJ number one, you're gonna lose your job. No,
Pin.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ben, that's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
not.
But
I'm
though,
not trying
just
to
promoting
turn
people
this
to
into
watch
a Boozer versus AJ versus Peterson
I'm glad you're
segment.
not,
That's
'cause
not what
it's
this is
not
about.
a debate.
I just want to talk about the young kid going crazy last night, 33 and
Right,
12.
let's just stay focused. Let's just stay focused because Penn said that he was doing this against guys that weren't NBA players. Well, I've seen both of these guys on the floor together with other guys that are supposed to be lottery picks and NBA players. And Cam Boozer looked much better. And that's not to say that AJ Debansa is not the second or third pick in the draft. It's just that Cam Boozer is NBA ready already today. He's
Why does that
that
matter?
good. What'd you
Oh,
say?
right, because you a Sacramento Kings fan and they just keep picking 24-year-old rookies. So
What does
you value NBA
what does the
readiness.
Sacramento Kings got to do with this?
What the hell does it matter if a guy is NBA
Oh.
ready today or not? Am I picking Emeka Okafor?
Are we
over
not
Dwight
in the
Howard
Cam
'cause he's
Boozer praise
NBA
segment?
ready? I
Are
don't
you
care.
serious?
Not in the
We
Cam-
are.
Are we not in the
Yes, we
Cam
are.
Boozer praise
You don't
segment?
hear all
Yeah,
that
you
right?
see what it's
You
gonna
gotta
do.
stop taking shit so
Yeah,
personally.
and I'm also
man.
hearing
Not
him
taking
being
question,
dismissed.
So
These
Cam
guys
Boozer.
stop
I mean,
taking
he's
things
number
personally.
one
Quick
player.
question,
You're
Ak.
not saying it's any debate. You're not saying Darren Peterson. You're not saying you say he clears because
I'm
he's
saying
NBA
Cam
ready.
Boozer the same way you're saying AJ Debansa.
Yeah, that's how you feel about AJ. It's the
Mm.
same
I don't
thing.
think
My question-
AJ Debansa is like gonna walk on and okay. Look,
well,
I do
You
think
think
I
AJ
Cam
Debansa
Boozer
is the
is.
clear
I
cut
think
number
Cam
one
Boozer
overall
is.
pick?
I
You do
do.
think
We
so?
don't
I-
have to. What
I
you
do
say?
think he's the best player in the country.
I do
Back
think he's
and
the
let
best
us
player in the
have our
country.
weekly pin ox segment. Thank you.
You think he's the best player in the country? Ox, my question to you about this big kid, Boozer. How big is he legit, Ox?
He's a good 6'10". He might be 6'11". He's for sure 6'10".
So at least 6'9".
Oh,
No, he's
6'10".
bigger than that.
Oh,
he's
6'10".
He's 6'10" for sure. There's
Now
no
guess
Yeah.
how tall
I didn't know he
AJ
was that
is.
big. I did
Six
not.
nine.
Did not know he was
This
that
isn't
big.
an AJ Debansa
you
segment.
got-
What'd
yeah.
you say, Chill?
I did not know he was that big, Ox, because I know his father's 6'8", right? So not Cam. Carlos Boozer is
He's
6'8". I did not know he
He's
was that
6'9".
big. So he's 6'10", legit.
Cam's bigger than his dad, Chill. He's bigger than his dad.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
But
Chill, he
his
every bit
father
of
was a
6'10".
force. Okay, and his father was a force
What?
too around the rim. Yes, he was.
Right.
Chill, that was my question about him because, if he was like 6'8", 6'9", then because he kind of gives me a bit of like tweener vibes, and that's
Yeah.
never a great thing to me, in my opinion. But if he's like 6'10", legit,
Yeah.
what position does he play in the NBA to y'all? The 4?
Yes.
Y'all think he played a
Okay.
power forward, just a small ball 5?
He'll play a lot of 5 too, though, just because of how the NBA is.
And don't forget, the kid's only 18,
The
right?
league seems to be getting bigger. So
How
I
do you
don't
feel
know.
about his
He
defense?
still, but real talk, he could have another inch or two in him though. He's only 18.
Is he
He
a
might
good
go to 7
defender
feet.
projecting forward?
Chill, Morris. It's okay. It's okay, Morris. Relax.
Mhm.
It's a legitimate question. Is he a good defender projecting forward? You project him to be a positive defender in the NBA.
I project him to be a great NBA basketball player.
Wow.
Not the question. Defensively, do you like him?
I think he's going to be a great NBA basketball player.
Big
So
Ox.
you don't think he's a
Once
good
again,
defender?
I think he's going to be a great NBA basketball player.
Okay, Marshawn Lynch. I'm not asking you if he's going to be a great basketball player. I'm asking you if he's a good defender.
I think he's going to be a great NBA basketball player.
Okay, cool. I guess drop the mic there because I think I don't need to stutter. If you ask me, is AJ DeBonsa going to be a great defender? Hell yes, he's going to be a great defender.
I've heard AJ's name in a Cam.
You see how nobody asked you that question, Pin?
I asked myself the question.
Before we move on
waiting
to
for
the
you to
crunch
ask me
time
good
chat,
questions, I asked myself the question.
It's crazy.
Before we move on to the
I don't
crunch
know
time
how
chats,
it's a good question when we're talking about Cam.
I just want to say that both of you guys are wrong because neither of them will be the number 1 overall pick. It will, in fact, be the kid from the Kansas Jayhawks.
Yes,
It
sir.
will, in
Talk
fact, be
about
Garrett
it.
Peterson. It will be the one that gave your number 1 pick, 60 buckets.
60 in college.
Yeah,
He
chill.
looks great.
We
No,
gave
no,
AJ,
no,
we
no,
gave
no,
AJ
no,
60. Yeah.
What? When was this?
I think we spoke about it on the show. I think the top 3 in this draft. I think the top 3 in this draft has like generational potential. Like, I have my preference, but like I don't.
What is your
like,
preference?
We're 8 months away. Cam Booz is my favorite player of the 3, but I think if we're looking at like 8 months is a long time. We're going to see who has the best season in college basketball. We're going to see who wins the draft lottery. I think this level of draft, assuming these guys stay at a similar level where I have them, this could be a draft where you really draft your top 3 based on fit. Like, I don't think one evidently clears the other person. That's where I'm at. So, like, if one team needs a 4-man, but the other team needs a guard, the team that needs a guard gets the number 1 pick. They take Darren Peterson. That just makes sense. Like, I don't think it's where you have Wemby and you know he's number 1 no matter the situation. That's where I stand. But 8 months, a lot can change. Maybe AJ, because AJ athletically, goodness gracious, his first step is ridiculous. At that size, just his ability to get 2 feet in the paint with 1 dribble, crazy. Darren Peterson, his poise, his ability to make pull-up jump shots, his defense, his hand, like everything in a guard you could want at that size is amazing. Cam Boozer is like, in my opinion, he's like, I don't want to compare him to an NBA player, but so physically overpowering, but so smart, able to push the ball in transition, able to finish around the rim, can shoot the ball. Like, he can just do so many things at that size with that strength. My only question about him is like, he doesn't have that outlier athleticism. He's more of a strength-based player. So like, that's where I have hesitations.
Are there
like,
a lot
all
of
of them have their
between
strengths.
him and Paulo?
That was the thing I was going to say, but I didn't want to compare him to an NBA player.
He got more.
like,
He got more.
Well,
on
no,
the
we
block
could
than
compare him to Paulo and
Paulo
Duke, though, Mars.
than him. Like Paulo got more.
But like Paulo's more perimeter based than Cam Boozer.
Yeah,
I
but
prefer
Kim did a lot on the perimeter last night, though. He actually
he
did
did.
more on the perimeter than I even knew that he had.
He can shoot it pretty well.
They just look different. Like, Paulo's more wiggle. Cam is, I'm going straight at you and I'm downhill, but he was operating on that perimeter, shooting, handling the ball, taking cats off the dribble. Like, it looked very.
Paulo's more finesse with strength, whereas Cam Boozer's more strength with finesse. So like, does that make sense?
See, Mars,
Like,
that was a really good assessment, Mars, about like what you have on your team, depending on who you pick, right? And I understand that, but I don't care. Like, if I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, come on, Cam. Like, come on, Cam.
Well, that allows me to move Mobley to the 5, so I'm with you. But
right, true. But I'm just what I'm saying.
Jared Allen to the 3.
I don't care.
Or the bench.
Jared Allen to another team.
How are
To
they
another
winning
team, for sure.
the draft? Do they have a pick that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, but he was just saying, like, even a team with 2 great bigs.
I'm the Dallas.
Do you think this
Mavericks.
is like the Paolo Jabari Chet draft?
I'm thinking Cam Boozer.
You think it's like that?
Well, I
where
thought
it's
Jabari was a distant third behind those guys. But Paolo and Chet, I was team Chet, but I could understand like a team taking Paolo. But like, if I was to compare it to anything, what draft had like guys where I could see they were comparable?
Because the kid Pettiford, he's going to be a top 5 draft pick too.
I don't know if he's top 5, chill, but
he's the best point guard in the country. He's the best point guard in the country.
I would kind of compare it, like obviously
He's the best point guard in the country.
ignoring how their
I agree.
Ignoring how their careers panned out, like because we know Jalen Green didn't pan out, but like the 21 draft, I viewed in a similar vein, where like depending on what you needed, your number 1 pick could change. I don't think Cade was a clear cut. I don't think Evan Mobley was a clear cut. I don't think Jalen Green would. But if a team needed scoring and they took Jalen Green number 1, that would make sense. If a team needed a guard with playmaking chops, they would take Cade. If a team needed this Swiss Army knife defender with offensive upside, they would take Mobley. Like, I don't think there was a clear cut number 1 in 21. I don't think right now there's a clear cut number 1 in 26.
I thought the feel around that 21 draft though was kind of that Cade was low key like the he was the number 1 overall pick.
Honestly, I think this
slightly.
is- I
It
think
was
this
it was
is gonna be
still
like-
a lot of Jalen Green. It was a lot of Jalen Green hype, but Cade, like I think it was like if I was to put it on the poll,
But as you
I
got
would say
closer to the
52,
draft cycle,
48.
Cade was becoming more
Mm.
overwhelming number 1. But I do think that was the closest in terms of like similarity I could think of off the top of my head. But now, obviously, Jalen Green goes like 11th. But
No.
I just
Yo,
think,
Pin, you were gonna say, but before I get to these chats,
I think if we have this conversation in 7 months, I think you guys will realize there is a clear-cut number 1 pick in this draft. Clear. And
Didn't you say like
anyone
45 seconds ago you don't think there was a clear, like, because when
right
Mars-
now it could go either
Yeah.
way, Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, whatever, but I think once AJ, given what I know about what AJ's been doing the last 3-4 months, once he gets to BYU, once he starts cooking, once we get to March Madness and teams see, talent evaluators see a 6'10 playmaker with that type of burst, that type of shift, that type of athleticism, that type of two-way compete, when teams start to understand the person that is AJ DeBonsa, I think they're going to get a very clear idea of this is the AJ DeBonsa draft. Darren Peterson going to be the number 2 pick. Y'all can fight out Darren Peterson versus Boozer. I would pick Darren Peterson number 2, but I think it's going to be clear. And I just want to get it on record. I want to get it on record so that when he struggles, people can be like, "Oh, Penn, look, didn't you say this guy was great?" Yeah, sure, do that. But this is why we give our firm opinions. We don't sit on a fence and be like, "Well, I think he's going to be all right." No, I think AJ is going to be great. He's going to be great at BYU. He's going to be great in the NBA. Y'all will see.
I need to see the handle improve, but he's 18, 19.
It's improving.
Time. Yeah, he got time.
all right, y'all. Let's jump into these super chats. Salute to everybody that sent them through. We got a few of them, so let's do it. The first one is from Dadon. Dadon said KD was losing the ball when he was attacking way too much. I'm not gonna lie. And Tari Eason was definitely bugging at times. But if they get a PG, they're gonna be disgusting.
The big line, I think the strengths outweigh the weaknesses with the big lineup. It's just OKC have the personnel to exploit the weaknesses that the lineup has. But like against 94% of the NBA, that size, that rebounding, like that's probably going to trump the lack of initiation. Not many teams can press into the ball, force turnovers, make every pass difficult, every catch difficult, like OKC can. So like it's a tough gauge. I want to see Houston play against not bad defenses, but like less all-time great ones, and then I can really gauge. But they are going to need a guard
as opposed to the all-time great one.
Yeah, it's tough. Like it's tough to initiate again. Like I watched Jabari bring the ball up, and then Shea just stripped him. Like
just took the ball from him.
Like I don't know why but I understand. But let's say Jabari should never bring the ball up ever in his life. But here we are. So yeah.
I also think J-Dub
Fresh.
doesn't swing the score as much as y'all think because Houston is able to take away OKC's superpower because of the offensive rebounding. Like even if they don't get the offensive rebound, because they did a great job at that again last night. But OKC has to commit multiple bodies to getting the rebound, and they can't get out in transition as frequent as they do to other teams. And I think that's OKC's superpower, offensively at least.
Fresh Boy Swag said Penn says it's not Dort's fault that KD missed a free throw, but on playback, Penn used that argument to make an excuse for SGA's 3 missed clutch free throws.
That's not what
We
he
have a
said.
contradiction?
That's not what he said. He cap
What did he
locked
say?
it. He screamed this whole thing out like a crazy person. Let me say this, okay? Kevin Durant attempted five shots between the second half and overtime. Shea hit 10 shots in that same period. I said he was a little bit gassed. And it was obvious he was gassed. He settled for three 3-pointers, and I called him out on the live stream. I said, that's a bad shot. What are you doing? That's a bad shot. But I empathize. I understand carrying defense, carrying offense, playing really hard on the other end. I totally understand it. But don't act like I let Shea off the hook for those stupid shots or missing those free throws. Don't do that shit.
The Rockets rebounded 45% of their misses.
Yes, they did.
Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
And they
also
could have
why
got
I'm
more. Steven Adams was bobbling rebounds.
Yes.
Jabari
Isaiah
Smith was
Hartenstein
I'm not gonna, like,
sucked.
That
A lot.
You see the pass he tried to make?
Ah, that was the
I was
worst
putting
pass in
that
the
on,
history.
but-
That was one of the stupid.
No, when he threw it, I was like, "Oh, that must be a dime," because I ain't never seen someone try to throw
Yeah,
that pass
dime
when
to the
no one's
sideline.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah, but God damn.
exactly.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You rebound 45% of your misses, you got a chance to win a lot of games.
That's also why to me the men threes don't bother me as much, because even though he's a bad shooter, the Rockets' best offense many a time is just get the ball to the rim.
He
And
ain't keep
then
the
we'll-
same energy with
off
Jalen
the
Green, but
rebound.
it's cool.
Speaking of Jalen Green, Devin95 sent through a super chat and said, "Am I crazy for saying I felt like they needed Jalen Green last night?" Question mark. Am I crazy for saying I felt like they needed Jalen Green last night?
Needed
Question
is a
mark.
stretch, but like
Yes.
I understand the Jalen Green stuff, but like Jalen Green could handle the ball. Like that's Jalen Green can beat a defender off the dribble. Like Jalen Green could get 2 feet in the paint. Now,
And then
what
what?
happens after that?
Hmm.
Yeah, but to Real Talk's point, Houston's best offense is get a shot on the rim. Jalen, you wouldn't have the KD issue in this game with Jalen Green. I promise you wouldn't.
You know what they need? Tyrese
Mark,
Halliburton. That's what
Mark,
they need.
real quick, just got a quick question.
Hold on, Zebul.
It sounds like y'all might be coming.
No.
Okay, all right. Because I'm just saying, like,
Like
he
what?
might be better than him now at this point.
Who?
Oh
Who
yeah,
better
I
than
did
who?
project. I did project Jalen Green to average 35 this year. Yeah, you're right.
Because well, Ron, all I said was when the trade happened, Jalen Green is going this way, KD is going this way in their
Okay.
careers.
So
who's
Jalen
to
Green
say
is
that
going
Jalen
this
Green's-
way. That's what
KD
he's doing.
will be worse than Jalen Green when he is 46 years old. That is
Anyway,
the date.
I'll take it.
I'm
What's
being-
that? What's that?
so,
What would that be?
That's like
32
9
year
years
Jalen
from
Green?
now. So 9
Yeah,
years from
32 year
now,
Jalen Green.
yeah, there you go. That's if provided at that point,
Am I
Jalen Green
crazy
has
for
not
saying they
medically
needed
retired.
Jalen Green last night?
I don't think they needed Jalen Green, but
In
I think
fairness,
Jalen
you
Green's
also
skill
told
set
us
would have
Anthony
added
Davis
something
was going to be
the game.
better than Luka Doncic, or that he was going to be close to better than Luka Doncic. Did you not? When that trade went down?
He's Luka
I-
FC
you-
this year. Yeah.
No, I
you said
said
close- you said he's
last
close to
year at
Kareem,
that point,
so-
Anthony Davis was better than Luka Doncic.
Do you still agree with that?
I mean, Luka Doncic is playing a little defense now, so you know. And once
All
again, like this has been a whole thing. And I've been
So
here
you
every
don't
step
agree
of the
with
way.
that?
I've been here.
Which we
hold
saw a
on,
little bit of that over the summer.
one second, Pin. I've been here every step of the way, and I've been saying it as soon as it happened. As soon as I seen the look on Luka Doncic's face, when I seen Luka Doncic crying in Dallas, when I seen him losing weight, I told y'all it's up. Like it's not what y'all. That Luka last year is not Luka this year. So you can't hold me to something I said in February when it's October now. Things change, people change, and Luka Doncic has changed. It's
I
ugly.
can definitely hold you to it. You don't have to be held down to it, but I can definitely hold you to it. I can
Well, if you
definitely tell
just want to do that and just not move forward in life, then fine, you can do that. That's cool. I'm all about elevation and moving forward. I don't have any time.
you
I don't
are
have any
all,
time for all that nonsense.
I've asked
I'm
you
cool.
17 questions on this show. You've answered maybe one of them. So I mean, like, elevate that.
Well, because you try to pigeonhole bad takes. I just want to talk basketball.
No, you don't.
Mm.
I told you when Luka got traded that this is the dumbest trade ever, that the person who made it
I
should be
disagree.
fired,
I
that
still
Luka is
disagree.
so great, and that I wouldn't have done it for 3 additional first-round picks. And you
Fellas.
were like, you're disrespecting
Hold on, Ron.
Anthony
I
Davis.
just want to say this last thing. I disagreed then, and I still disagree. I think Anthony Davis is still a great basketball player, and they got Cooper Flag now. So, Dallas did great. Good job, Nico.
I would trade Luka for Kareem.
Good job, Nico.
Mhm.
War V
What
rule
time period
said
in the 70s. Sure.
Ron, you got to understand
What's
that
that
Penn is
play?
really upset because I just cooked him in that one segment. So he's
Okay.
double
Let me-
mad.
Oh,
now.
players
Let me-
court.
let me-
Players court.
let me-
Yeah.
Players court.
Let me
You
put both
definitely-
you guys
definitely
next to
did.
each
I
other.
shouldn't have
There
cooked
we
him in
go.
players court. Now he's double mad.
I don't.
You want a rematch,
actually-
Finn? You want a rematch?
He don't want this smoke.
I don't want to defend Carlton Towns. I didn't know choosing Evan Mobley was an option. I don't even like Carlton
Hey,
Towns,
Ron,
man.
when we debate, it's different when you get 2 weeks to prepare.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
When
one of
you-
us would take
even if
those
you get
2
2
weeks.
to prepare, you can probably get with me. But when it's right there, boom, you better sit down, Penn.
In
All right,
fairness.
ahead,
y'all.
Ron.
War V
Okay.
Room said, I'm behind, but Penn is right. I never thought OKC were gonna lose. I actually live bet them when they were down around 10 in the second half.
That was like 4-1. That paid out
Shout out
4-1 if you picked them to win.
The game was
I'm
still
not
close.
with this. Like, oh,
Yeah.
OKC had that game the whole time. That's not the experience I had with that game at all.
As a Houston Rocket fan, or just as a basketball?
No, they
analyst?
did
Just
not.
as a basketball, I did not. I wasn't
No, they
watching
did
that
not.
game thinking like OKC's in firm control. Rockets had done a great job on SGA up until like that late third, fourth quarter. They were clearly missing J-Dub for some secondary offensive punch. Chet disappeared offensively in the second half. Lou Dort and the whole team couldn't buy a three. Like there were some things going against OKC last night. I was hoping, hey, if we could just get a good 5-minute stretch from Kevin Durant, they'll win the game. But that never.
That game was 58 minutes long. Okay, real time was like 3.5 hours, but it was 58 minutes. Of those 58 minutes, I was worried for about 45 seconds that OKC was going to lose that game. I
Really?
did not think that they were going to continue to miss shots like that, and at some point they were going to start hitting them, and it was going to be over. I kept looking at it. I kept bringing it up as Jordan was doing his hung bullshit. I just kept saying, I'm like, they're not going to keep missing these wide open shots. And we had this live debate about AJ Mitchell. He's like, why is he taking those shots? And I'm like, because he's a 38% 3-point shooter. Why the hell is Amen taking 7 threes? They got the shots they wanted. I'm gonna be honest. You ask me, AJ Mitchell or Alperen Sengun and Amen Thompson, who do I want taking threes? I'll take AJ Mitchell. I know he's not a star or whatever, but like Cason Wallace, AJ Mitchell, Lou Dort, these guys are all guys who've proven themselves as shooters, right? Jalen Williams, another example, right? Jay Will. That's a dude who shot 39% from 3 over the last 3 years. And I got Jordan telling me that's a bad shot, that he's taking wide open threes. If you don't take wide open threes, you're 39% shooter. Get the hell off the court. That's crazy.
All right, y'all. Red Hood sent through a super chat and said the Rockets just need to get Drew Holiday and get rid of that bum Tari or Terry, whoever he's talking about.
Tari isn't a bum.
No, he is not. Nope.
He just played terribly last night, but he ain't a bum.
Nope.
Trade him
he's
for a
not.
point guard. Please trade him for a point guard.
This is Bus's first time donating, and Bus wanted to let you know, Chill, that you're a GOAT.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Is that Kanye in the
MTH
profile picture?
Yes.
MTHJ301 said, Kuminga progression, Jimmy aggression, Curry play is refreshing, Warriors in 7. Won't make the playoffs, Chill, question mark. Get the hell out of here. Warriors. Will, buddy?
They will make the playoffs.
Not gonna
They
win.
will definitely make the playoffs. They could push 50 wins. They're a good team.
We'll see about
Western
that.
They
Conference
out-executed
Finals.
the Lakers every step of the way, man. They were better
Yeah.
defensively. They were better in transition. They had cleaner rotations. They made cleaner passes. Everything about that team was better than the Lakers right now, except for star versus star, Luka clears.
I agree.
That
We'll
was
see
it.
about that.
I just want y'all to know that like college basketball is on its way out. They're just ruining college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like they're letting these G League dudes come play in college basketball now. It's just despicable. But they used to be
G
rules.
League.
There used to be
G League
rules in
Ignite.
college basketball. Now, obviously, yeah,
What
you
you
want to
talking
get these
about?
kids some money. But it's just starting to get ridiculous. This is the second report I've seen about G League guys going back to college. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Absolutely crazy.
That is crazy.
Up Nerom. You out, Chill?
All right,
Gotta
Gotta
Jill.
bounce, fellas. I'll see you dudes tomorrow.
All right. Up Neron said, I've seen all I've needed to see from Tari and Reed last night. Trial by fire now. Trial by fire now.
Love and patience. Nice.
I got another super chat from 2 Cents. 2 Cents said they allowed Lou to be aggressive and fouled KD out of the game.
Because
Welcome.
KD committed 6 fouls.
Welcome to the new NBA. They're allowing a lot of aggression over the last year and a half. Like, this is the way the league is moving, and having defenders like Lou Dort, Herb Jones, OG Anunoby is going to help a lot.
Speaking of aggression, I got a super chat from Daleski. Daleski said Mars pushed Ron and Penn from the box to the 3-point line
Ron
off
and
their
who?
KD take.
Penn. That's what he said.
It says RT.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad,
but
my
that means
bad.
Penn.
I be
Yeah,
confusing you guys, just like I confuse you and Swiper. But
Okay.
He also said, now y'all feel what Dort did to KD. Went from he ran to actual analysis. Real talk, you want to...
Mind you,
or
I
want me
didn't
to?
switch
You-
anything I said as far as the explanation. I just switched the wording to explain the explanation that I had in the first place. But I mean, sure, I guess.
And change the time frame.
I mean,
I
if
didn't
that floats
change
your boat,
anything.
you know?
I didn't change anything. I still feel like KD went out like a sucker. I feel like KD should have been more aggressive. I feel like KD should have shot more. And I feel like KD should have been the number one option that he's getting paid to be. I don't
I
feel
think
like
KD
Kevin
was
Durant did his
trashing the
job.
2 overtimes. That's what I think he was. His first play of overtime was him dribbling the ball off his foot. Like I think he was trashing the overtimes. The first 4, I don't really have much of a problem, but the overtimes, I think he was terrible.
Momentum killers. He wasn't good when they needed him to be good. I think all of you are right in a really weird way. Like everyone who's made a point about KD today has been right to some extent.
And also, y'all keep bringing up Lou Dort. I don't care. That's Kevin Durant. Figure it out.
But Penn, I'm the most right.
Lou Dort a better defender than KD as a scorer.
I disagree.
I don't remember what you said.
Especially the way y'all talk about KD. I disagree. But all right, y'all. We got some new members. Gregory Kirkland is a new member. Yo-Yo Dolo became a new member too. Shout out to Yo-Yo Dolo. Chosen One also became a new member. Shout out to Chosen One. And then I got a members chat from Shy Rankin. Shy Rankin said, Jordan Lucky, he not up here right now.
Hell
He
yeah.
told you if they
Dentist
lost, he wasn't
appointment.
gonna be up here. Yeah, he told you.
He's gonna be up here on Friday. Keep the receipts.
Yeah, after Houston's game too. Whoever.
I need when Jordan comes up here, I need everyone to go hong in the chat, like literally for the first 10 minutes that he's up here.
What is up
Wait,
with
who
this
did they
hong,
play
hong,
game
hong,
two?
hong? What is
That
that?
was something that Jordan was doing on playback, I guess.
Every
That's
time they
just
hit a
point
three,
celebration.
bro, that shit
I was
was.
talking about shooting the gun or whatever, so he was just using that for the for the shooters and whatnot. Even though Amin was out there clanking, but who do y'all got game 2 though? Real talk, Houston. You know,
Whoever
whoever we
Rocket fan
gonna
would know this.
whoever we gonna beat, Ox.
Imagine not knowing your team schedule. Sad.
Damn.
Oh, I'm just supposed to
All right, well,
memorize the schedule.
While Real Talk's digging that
Good
up,
game.
I have a new super chat
They play the
from,
Pistons.
or members
They play the
chat.
Pistons on Friday.
Pistons. That's gonna be a good game.
Pistons?
Yeah, Pistons, and then we got the Nets after that. So 2 wins coming on the way.
Yeah, the
I
Nets
gotta
be giving them problems. The Nets be, they might be 0-3. Shit.
That's y'all should beat the Nets, but I don't know
Oh
about the
shoot!
Pistons,
I
though.
do remember what I was gonna say. The Bucks will start 3-5. You said they were
All
gonna
right,
start
fellas,
8-2.
I gotta-
They're gonna start 3-5.
Yo, hey Pin, I gotta get up out of here. So Ox, unless
sure.
you're gonna read these super chats, I gotta.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. Howdy sent through a members chat and said, Chet with the good hip is OKC's second best player, in my opinion.
I want to see
Yeah.
Chet with a good hip for a whole season. I want to see that.
Shout out Chet too. He was balling. Bino Bapelli said, Lord have mercy. Scottie effing Pippen is not jumping to save KD. Or is not jumping. Stop saving KD. He fell for the pump.
Fact.
But the
Bad
thing
defense.
about it, he played really good defense on that whole possession. Moved his feet, beat him to spots, and then went for that. And he's so long, it makes no sense for him to leave his feet. No sense. He played really good defense and then just sold it right there. And that's just there's no excuse for that. And we can't make an excuse for that.
I agree.
The Kid Leaf Dig sent through a members chat and said, KD watched OKC's banner get raised with the L. Hashtag go home.
Damn.
He did.
Shout out to the Don. The Don became a new YouTube member. You should be like the Don and also become a member. And shout out to the Don because the Don sent through a super chat as well. We got another super chat from Official V. Official V said, J-Dub's value was evident last night. He is greater than Evan Mobley. Easy.
I don't know about
I
easy.
don't know how one correlates with the other, but I mean,
Yeah, neither do I.
I guess.
All right. Do you guys know how the One's members chat correlates? He said KD was mouth last night.
Yeah, because we're no longer saying ass because ass isn't bad. Remember, we're saying mouth now. So he
Shit,
was.
I'm like a little
He
mouth.
was mouth.
There ain't nothing shit.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Arrow 80 became a YouTube member.
Just say he's
Dookie
feet.
Baylox also
No,
became
bro,
a YouTube
actually-
member.
Nuh-uh.
You know what?
Nah, all right, nah.
Say that for the
Ox is done
champagne
today.
room.
No, Ox, you are done for the day. Hey, he is cut off. We have a couple more super chats. The Trib one said, "Oh damn, I wasn't there during the pandemic?" ? Well, I want Austin as a 6-man, Austin Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton to be featured till he shows he can't definitively.
Facts.
Lakers and 7.
Feature DeAndre Ayton. I
Trib
remember they
one,
gave
you
him a
want
post up
bad
against Al
basketball.
Horford and he traveled. I remember that. But yeah,
Can we I just want Luka to have a good roster. Bro, we have a Luka Doncic this year that gets 43 on 2 made threes. I don't think y'all know how scary that is. We're going to get another 65 plus point performance this year from Luka, guaranteed. Absolutely.
Luka said he had to get DeAndre Ayton more involved, so I'm gonna take Luka's word for it.
Can we all agree that Luka looked like he was moving a little quicker?
Yeah,
Way
for
quicker.
sure.
Way better.
Sure.
Good touch around the basket. Good motor.
Touches back, yeah, everything. Yeah.
Some of the shots he made.
He never looked like this last year at any point. The last time I saw him look like this was pre-injury 2024. It's great.
He wasn't even moving this quick then. You know what I'm saying?
He looks great.
I haven't seen this Luka in a long time.
He was moving like this in 2023.
Shout outs Lakers. Don't waste it.
It's cool.
All right, I got a couple more. The next one is from It's Mr. GQ to you. It's Mr. GQ said Batman got it done in the Eastern Conference Finals without Robin in 2021.
They did, yeah, they did.
Oh,
yeah.
They did.
You're not gonna get me to hate on Giannis. The only thing I ever said about Giannis was that I don't think he was as great on defense as y'all did. That was my only thing.
What team is he on right now?
That turned me into a Giannis hater. Crazy.
Chris Middleton. What team is he on
He's
right
on
now?
the Wizards.
And you couldn't make a case for them being better than the Hornets?
Chris
It wasn't
Middleton.
me, that was him.
Mid now.
What do you mean it wasn't me? It was him. It was you.
You got CJ McCollum.
You had
Chris
the choice
Middleton.
of both teams, and you chose the Hornets. It was you.
Yo, all right, y'all. I got one more members chat, and it's from Jordan Green. Jordan Green said, "Hung, hung, hung." I mean, that's ang, 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 but hung, hung, hung. All right, y'all. Speaking of the hung, 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 we will be back on playback in a couple days. We will be watching. Hold on, bear with me. Give me a sec. Yes, we will be watching the Nuggets and the Warriors, and it's going to be a good one. So y'all be sure to pull up the playback. Also, tomorrow, Chill with Chill. Also, tonight, we have the press box at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We have a good guest from TikTok by the name of Josh Moore. Y'all go follow him and also follow Player's Choice while you are on TikTok. And last but not least, I have a few more members. Devin95 became a member. Daleski became a member. And Fader also became a member. Shout out to the Fader, man.
Damn,
Salute
I'm
to you,
handsome.
Fader.
Hey, if y'all are on play, if y'all do want to come to playback though, then I will be on playback tonight. If y'all want to, come.
What game you watching, Real Talk?
Shit, all of them.
Kings game.
All right. I'll be in there hating.
Oh, I know.
I certainly will be.
Hey, all I'm saying, you put them feet together, get the little arch right there, make that look. Go.